CR idiocy.
I cannot wait.
People will be
They would
watching
love
like,
it.
Man,
Play some Tomb Raider.
Oh yeah,
Shadows
let's
of
raid the
Truth.
tomb.
yeah.
That's right. I
It's
printed
not
this
the tomb.
MFR out.
It's not the tomb. It's a specula. Specula.
nice
Sepulchre
color laser that's in the
Curl.
corner. So hot supper.
What is the other word for a tomb that begins with S? Not sarcophagus. Sepulchre.
Sepulcher.
Sepulchre.
Yeah.
Sepulchre.
Sepulchre.
Named after that.
Thank you.
Yeah, Doug being the geologist or whatever.
Geologist?
I
Yeah.
don't know.
Doug being
Archaeologist.
It's one of
Doug
those
being the urologist.
mainstream archaeologists.
So I want to play in Raiding the Sepulchre. Kala.
I defer to Doug on all my archaeological needs.
Yes.
You have many?
We have a lot. This game, guess what, Doug?
We do actually.
What do you think?
You will be the go-to.
Okay.
I have a lot of questions.
So it says
I know
here
you're supposed to roll.
on my keeper reference, session 0 should start with player orientation. If you haven't played together before, ask everyone to introduce themselves. Say why they're excited to play Tomb Raider.
I'm sitting towards the northeast.
I smell the color purple. What the hell was that? Paul?
That was my orientation.
It's
Oh,
player
orientation. Yes. Oh, you're so smart. I am so stupid. Bravo.
Very clever boy.
Yes, clever
Only my
boy
ass.
gets 1 million internet points.
Only my ass is smart.
That is probably the best introduction to our group that has ever been done.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna get new listeners, viewers, right now. That bell's going off, Mike. I can hear it, Michael.
My bell? What bell?
The smashing the subscribe bell button.
Oh yeah, for sure. With all that from this creative commentary, this
Yes.
definitely.
It's gold. This is
It also now says
Gary.
introduce you to cats. Did you guys all read this? The concept, aim, tone, and subject matter.
Yes.
Skimmed it.
Yeah?
No.
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 No. I want to push the envelope. That's
Well,
Bobby.
well, let's just go over it since you all seem to be joking around.
All right.
Sorry.
CAT stands
Oh,
for
no, I was serious.
concept.
Okay.
A team of true seekers, that's you guys, explore the ancient mysteries of the world. And to find these mysteries, the true seekers travel to strange, stunning places.
Oh, God. Yes,
In the furthest corners of the globe. That's the general concept.
I agree.
I actually did read that.
Outlined on page 9. We don't have to go over all of it, of course. It's a general idea of what the game's about. The aim of the true seekers are capable of tenacious, determined, and highly skilled individuals. That's you guys. And by working together, they can take building bonds with each other. Keep them from a shadowy path where one's worst tendencies can take over. The tone of the game is action adventure. Incredibly high stakes. If you've ever watched action adventure movies, think that. Be inspired by that. Take those tropes, use them, abuse them. Be inspired by them. And ultimately, the game advocates post-colonial truths and anti-colonial narratives.
Yes, I was reading that part too.
It isn't just
So
about
am
beating
I-
people up, subjugating them, and stealing their stuff.
Am I right in thinking that it's all about going back and reclaiming that and bringing it back to the people it belongs to?
To some degree, yes. Either to return it to them, or if it's like so, I believe in the talks about it, but it's so dangerous that it must
Yeah.
be buried or put. But
Put
it
into a
doesn't. I don't
warehouse
think
somewhere.
ever it implies that you should take it.
Okay.
And sell it.
All right. Good night.
I don't think I need to go over you guys, but safety first. Get upset about stuff, whatever. Raise your hand. There's
I
red,
removed
yellow,
all
and
sharp
green
objects
things.
from my area.
You can holler at me if something makes you uncomfortable.
I'm uncomfortable.
I really need a new chair. No. That was not good of me. Sorry.
They do try to incorporate pause, reload, and skip ahead, like straight out of the game. I find it kind of weird, although maybe useful narratively. Pause is basically just I need to pause. I need to like take a pee break, or I want to talk about something specific in the something about their character that they want to.
Pause maybe more than that.
No, I am.
Like-
I'm reading it. But go on.
I'm going off of.
I don't think the
I'm going
pee break
off of my
thing was in
move.
there.
That's why. No, I get that part. But
You
I
have a
move
pause
that-
move?
That I pauses. Yeah.
Oh, neat. What is your move?
That must not have anything to do with the pause, though.
It-
That would be real weird.
What's it say?
It does. I'm working on it. It's long, so I'll send it over.
No worries.
Oh, no worries, no worries.
It's basically shared. I take an action, and as an action phase, I pause the game and almost perform a campfire move.
Oh, that's neat.
Will we bear our souls to each other?
But it was one of those. I can do that to kind of heal people. It seemed like.
Nice.
That's a different pause. The other pause is for when I start crying.
Oh, okay.
Which he
Doug starts
will.
crying. That's an in-game move. Share the burden.
Gotcha.
Just too much for me to handle right now, guys.
The concept of reload. If you really guys really want to go back and be like, hey,
Wouldn't that just be retconning?
we can read.
Yeah, retconning.
Their examples seem to be almost entirely related around things that go on between players at the table or characters in the game more than something mechanically like I don't want to die there or I don't want to be captured in that moment. At least reading from the book, it's like, hey, my character was kind of an asshole to you, and I realize that isn't very cohesive to gameplay. So, I would like to. Yeah, I would like to take back me being an a-hole to you, please. I guess take that as you will.
Disregard. Couldn't resist. Sorry.
All these things about players' feelings are really weird.
Yeah, Doug, this is one
Yeah.
of Doug's favorite type of games. The touchy feeling.
All this stuff is awesome. But
There's definitely. I mean, I've seen people talk about it as being an awfully PC game, and yeah, I can see where they're getting that from.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
a lot of these games. Although, for all of those who actually played in the 80s and the early 90s,
yeah,
you kind of see where they're coming from. Why this got invented.
Yeah. I mean that was the shit back then.
Yeah.
In it,
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's going to be a little racy when we play it, so everybody be careful when you watch.
I mean, it did used to be a bit of a boys' club, and it could be pretty alienating for basically the majority of not white, not male people. So I do think it's a good direction.
I get that. And I wanted to say to you, Grace, that I take that very seriously, and I try not to like make somebody like yourself feel uncomfortable. If I do, just slap me.
Thank you. Everybody here's wonderful.
Yeah.
He tries to
I
make the
will-
rest of us feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, Paul's job is to make everybody else feel
Right.
uncomfortable.
But I don't want to like touch on a subject that might like trigger something really bad for you,
No.
unless you're Doug.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, Doug. No feelings. No soul, really, actually. So.
Yeah. I tend to include things that freak me out when I'm
That's
Yeah.
good.
DMing.
The
I
big
put in
like
a lot
that.
of stuff that makes me very uncomfortable with myself.
Yeah.
I
But
do
Doug-
I'm doing my
Doug is a true artist.
yes.
Yeah.
Now I got to think back on the plots you've lain before us and how they may have made you uncomfortable.
Are you afraid of turning into a wolf?
Who?
The most immediate adventure
Not
I remember
that
is
one
when
so much.
we
Oh,
were
Oh, the
in
wolves.
Portland
yeah.
being turned into wolves, or people were being. Anyway, there's also a concept of raise your hand. It's a little self-explanatory. We've all had to raise our hand at one moment in our life, probably, and this is to do exactly that. You'd call attention to either talk about something or something. I can think of a lot of examples where we as players we get excited about something, and 2 or 3 of the players are involved, but the other one's like, "Hey, you remember the XYZ thing? Maybe we shouldn't take this tact." But they get kind of drowned out, and I think this is for those moments where they want to be like, "Hey, pump the brakes for a minute. Maybe we don't go and murder all those goblins. We instead light a fire outside and blow smoke in, make them rush out, and murder them as."
Yeah, murder them out in the open, which is the right
yeah.
thing.
It's odd. Like in real life, I'm introverted and I try and stay away from people. But when I get into a game with friends around me, I start getting, I think, a little bombastic. So that is something I'm going to keep an eye on because I'm constantly worried about stepping over people and
you're
not
fine.
giving them a chance to talk.
I don't think we have to worry about that.
I'll just tell you to shut up. So
Good, yeah, really, just say, "Paul, enough. Sit the
What's the
hell
matter for
down."
you? Paul, sit down.
Somebody else.
Shut up.
Somebody
Sit
else talk to me.
down. Hey, you out?
No, that's
front.
totally me too, Paul. I really hate
No.
talking over people, and I feel like it's a necessity with these online games, which is
Yes.
hard for me sometimes.
It's hard to find an in, right?
yeah,
And I have a hard enough time doing that when I'm in real life. If you see me at a picnic or something, I'm the guy sitting inside of the table just watching the conversation, and I can't get in the word in edgewise because I don't know how to get in.
yeah.
I don't know
I
what
know how
you mean.
that feels.
You had that experience in mind?
Yeah, I'm a little introverted too.
I'm more the guy that's going off away from people just because I'm good on people.
You look for the pets, right?
Yeah.
You play with the pets instead of the people.
I have a hard time expressing myself too.
So the raised hand thing, I think, is going to come in handy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Brian.
Bye, Brian. Wilting violet.
Yes, I am. I am such a wallflower. It's unbelievable.
Brian the meek and mild.
Yeah, I'm like the furniture. Where's Brian? Oh.
I hardly know
Yeah.
you're here now.
Yeah, we're okay. We all respect each other, so we're fine.
Yeah.
The other thing they want to talk about is stars and wishes. Actually, kind of like this idea. I don't know if most of you may not be familiar with the ideas of agile software engineering and sprint ceremonies, but this is very reminiscent of something like a retro. You will look over the past session. You will give stars to one another. Say there was a certain interaction. You're like, oh, it was really awesome when we set up Ronin to do that big whirling kill and murdered all those rats in one fell swoop. That was dope. That's a star moment, right? That's something someone wants to note. And wishes are kind of like things you wish could have happened. Of course, like, oh, I really wish we could have highlighted that moment with the alligator a little more. That's the kind of concept or idea they're trying.
That's cool, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it gives feedback for the DM, basically.
Yeah. So it doesn't feel like, I mean, sometimes I DM'd in the past too, and it feels like, okay, are they actually enjoying it, or should I be doing something else?
Yeah.
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 Oh, 100%. It's definitely a way of continually getting a vibe check out of your table.
Yeah, exactly.
Even from your fellow players. Like, you don't, like, maybe they aren't cool with, having bags of sprites dumped onto their head. Try and eat off the eyeball.
They have no business in role-playing games.
That's right. There's the door. Get out.
You won't be blinded by sprites and like it. No.
Yeah. And like
Oh God, it's horrible. It's totally the antithesis of what we're trying to do here.
it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no. What happened?
More sprites and bags.
Yeah.
Safety first, all that stuff, checking in, and you feel something weird, or like you don't really like where things are going, or your character feel like your character's being picked on, or something is going awry, and you're like, what WTF? Feel free to message me.
Okay. So I can't be taking an article
Your
of
safe
clothes
space
off
is
on
over
every.
in the corner.
So no taking my an article of clothes off every time I fail. Okay.
I mean, can we
I'm just
mute
saying.
his video ourselves?
My video.
No. I just want
my
to turn
video.
his feed off so I don't see it.
Just paste a post-it over it.
Right?
I'm just. This is how I deal with important things. I use humor because I'm an immature man.
I'm gonna fast forward a little bit.
Yeah.
Have you guys figured out how the dice pools work and all that stuff, or
You ask questions, and every time you can say yes to a question, you get an extra dice.
basically, yeah,
And you can
up
only
to
get
5.
to 6.
Well,
You
6
can have
with your
5, and the shadow thing gives you 6, right?
shadow thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. How do you go into the shadow? Just choose to?
Yeah,
I
to
think
like
so,
do a bunch
but-
of that thing.
fulfill stuff.
Yeah, but it's like bad, right? You're like
Yeah.
Yeah.
killing indigenous people to somehow
It's
solve
a-
your problem.
I
You don't
gotcha.
want to do that.
When you mark all your conditions,
Yeah. Like for me, I'd have to get obsessed. I'd have to be
Okay.
merciless, fatigued, and wounded. Then I can go
Become
into
your
the
shadow
shadow world.
self. All right, there
Right.
it is.
Yeah.
I'd seen it. I didn't recall where though. All right.
In my guy, it's
But before you become your shadow self, isn't it possible to like? Hang on.
Relieve some of
I
the
should have
conditions.
looked at my thing more. Yeah, that, and also do shadow stuff, because like for me, when I mark all of them, I become my shadow self permanently, so I'm retiring this character and creating a new one, but I can also do shadow related things before that, I think, because I thought, hang on. I may be confusing myself.
I'm
Oh,
not
there's
really
two
sure.
different-
Shadow bargain, I think
there's
maybe.
two.
I was gonna say-
There's 2 separate
Yeah,
sets of conditions. There's the regular
Yeah.
conditions. If you mark all those, you go into your shadow self, and you can function in there. If you start marking your shadow conditions and you get them all, you're out.
That's when you
Yeah, for me,
retire.
it's like cruel,
okay,
paranoid.
thank
possessive,
you.
haunted.
And I can
Yeah.
get out of mine. I don't know, like if everybody's got an escape.
Yeah, I have
Okay.
an escape.
Yeah, for mine, it's like to escape your shadow self, you must ask someone, is it safe for me to be the weakest version of myself? If they prove it to you and you show true weakness, gain 1 bond with them, return to normal, and clear 1 condition.
Oh, cool. I don't get to clear a condition. I just return to normal.
Oh, you
Oh, I
do?
get the clear
Okay.
condition too.
You don't get to clear a condition because I can clear a condition.
Yeah.
Nope. if they show you something, or sorry, for me, I have to ask someone, can you show me the truth of who you are? And if they do, if they show me something they haven't shown anyone else, then I gain a bond with them and return to normal.
You should
And it
check the
doesn't
book.
say-
That might be a typo.
Yeah,
Because that seems weird.
yeah. Return to normal.
Yeah,
and
I'll see
clear
if any
one
of the other
dimension.
ones don't.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good that we're figuring this stuff out now, so we can.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to be
Yeah.
caught stuck on your downward spiral.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, do I just exist as a really cantankerous hero? And just, yeah.
Yeah, it's a little weird that like yours isn't written in there.
Oh, excuse me.
Michael, you're muted, I think.
Yeah, I can't.
Right, I am.
Yeah, there's a lot of dead space.
Um,
That's him cursing our names. God damn it!
you
I'm
can
supposed to
Oh,
be
it's
also-
real awkward. It's real awkward.
and also add to the dice pool through connections, bonds, and gear. Connections you kind of acquire through the adventure itself, like becoming familiar with area, people, hearing a story, learning of a myth, etc., etc. You can be like, oh, well, this probably fits with that, and make those kind of logical connections to get more done. Also, bonds, which is between you guys. So kind of not identical. And gear, which is like, hey, I have like a harpoon gun or whatever. Grappling gun. I can try and grapple my way to shore, mountain. So you get a plus die.
Cool.
Also acquire things like map, lore, aid. Spend these. I'm not sure if you spend them directly as a team. I think you do spend them as a team. Maps are like, hey, I want a shortcut, or I want to get to a better position, etc. Or how do I do that? It's basically a way of bargaining with the keeper to like, hey, want expending a source in order.
What resource do we expend, though?
You expend the map resource, the lore resource, or the aid resource.
Do we start with any resources, or I mean?
I'm not 100% sure.
Okay. All right.
You mean like you'll definitely start with bonds, of course, and some gear.
Yeah.
As for if you start out with maps, aid, and lore, I'm not 100% sure.
Okay.
You can read through a dice pool.
Oh, you know what? I think if we take one of the basic moves, Forge the Path, if you have a success, one of the things is you discover a secret passage to somewhere unexpected, gain one map or one lore. You might get them through the moves like that.
Oh yeah, I definitely have a move that can give me lore sometimes.
Okay. All right, cool.
That checks out.
Excellent.
This is a group improv thing. I when I ask you guys questions, they may be kind of nebulous, non things I have answers to. They may be questions about your character, not about. So, you have to improv some things about your character, situation, interactions.
Okay.
So yeah, you basically answer a bunch of questions to build your dice pool and make your rolls, which is very different from most of the Powered by the
The thing that is really different to me about it is that it feels like, or doesn't feel like, it is encouraging players to to argue their case as hard as they can. So, usually I try not to plead my case too hard because I want the DM to make their own decision, and I kind of consider trying to wheedle them teasing it, honestly. But in this game, it's very much encouraging you to basically. I think
Fight
it's
for
trying to
your-
force. Yeah, yeah. It wants you to fight your case, and I think the intent behind that, I could be totally wrong about this part, is to force us to fucking be our characters and role play, and not just say, "I want to
The
do
action
this move,"
heroes.
but you have
Yeah.
to say, "How are you doing it? What gear are you using? What do you have available?" Like, you have to answer something and paint the fucking scene instead of making the DM do it all.
Well, does that
Right.
go back to the beginning where it said take those tropes and just use them as hard as you want? If you can find a trope from one of your favorite action movies to use as your argument, then you would say, hey, if I was in this car chase, I saw a movie where, slammed on the brakes and hit the parking brake and I do a 360. Can't open the door and I step out as the car whips around.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
some Bollywood shit.
Yeah. Like Keanu Reeves. I can't.
John Wick.
Yes, thank you.
Are you implying because your character saw the movie that they would be able to
Yeah,
that
definitely.
action?
No, the player.
Well, no, saying that the player. Yes, exactly.
I see.
Is using it as the argument as to why he can do that.
And it would make sense for my character to do that because he's an assassin and he's, highly trained and blah 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 blah.
Yeah, it makes you.
Yes, if you can
paint the
argue like
picture.
yes, you have training, like you have like combat, driving and all that kind of stuff. Absolutely, why not?
Okay,
Why the fuck not?
I think that's what you're saying, Grace, right?
I think
I don't wanna
so.
overstep.
Like
Yeah.
you're supposed to argue your case. You're supposed to basically try to get as many dice as you can,
Yeah,
and give the reasons why. Which, I'm doing so, paint the scene of what your character is actually doing, so you're not just
Yeah.
like, "Can I do move?" Now I'm rolling
And-
dice. I did
yeah.
move.
So I didn't even think of that until you brought it up. So thank you.
You're welcome.
But that makes a lot of sense. I think I understand
It's
it.
a different way of thinking for me.
Yeah,
This game
it doesn't it.
Very different than anything we've
Yes.
played before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
This is going back to like the Bluebeard game or Monster Hearts or something like that, where like 95% of the game is talking about feelings and 5% is killing things.
Okay,
Which
good
we-
night.
We're not used to that. We're not used to
I wouldn't call it
Thanks.
talking about feelings. I think it's more like figuring out what's actually going on instead of just stabbing things the whole time.
Every
But that's
move
what
I
with your
have
mind.
is basically it's about well, I mean, I'm fine with it, but it's about feelings.
How do I
That's
feel
your
about
play.
stabbing?
I literally
I
have
guess.
nothing on here that's like killing things. But I'm going to change that.
Yeah.
I
I can find my
don't
way
think
around
any
that.
of us.
No,
Oh
I don't
well,
think
I
I
guess
was
the
too.
hunter probably does. I
Yeah.
think most of
The
us
hunter
though,
probably
probably
does.
don't have violent moves in particular.
I will kill
Um,
with mind bullets. Stab with your mind.
I mean, I got one that allows me to jump in the way of deadly peril, but that's deadly peril, so
I have
Be-
one where my special
something
weapon
falling
gives
on
me
us or
an extra 2 dice, an extra 2d6 to roll. So
What do you have to
It
do? What do you have
talks
to
at
do to
one
get it?
point-
I just have it, but as many times I have X amount of times to use it, and then the aspect of the creature that had it before me comes after me, and that's up to the GM.
Yeah, I have one. That's my core move. Yeah, I have that same kind of thing.
So,
I think
I mean, there's stabby there. I'm sorry,
I
Grace.
think
Go
none
ahead.
of the move. No, you're fine. I think none of the playbook or all of the playbooks. Words are apparently hard for me tonight. Just assume that you're generally competent and like at one
Well, that
point
leaves
in
me out.
the early book, in the early parts of it, it talks at some point about how Laura Croft,
Yes.
whatever her name is,
Got
would
it.
That was right.
that was right. I thought for sure
Yeah.
that was wrong for some reason. It sounded wrong when I said it. Anyway, she would be a scholar who doesn't have any violent moves, but she's always shooting people to get between her scholar tasks.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I do know that I've heard that some professors at college get really annoyed at their students. So maybe there's something to that.
They do.
Anyway, I didn't mean to belabor. You were saying, Michael?
No. I have a signature
Oh,
move.
I don't
right.
know. I think you were leading us through.
Oh, you're good. We were talking the dice pools. I was gonna go over talk about intuition. Have prompts. Hunter can always ask what hidden danger lurks nearby. Caller can always ask what I'm a. So they can always. You guys want to move into. A lot of this covers like interpreting results. We've done these things.
Yeah.
That part of it
Other things.
seems a lot like what we've done before.
Shadow self. There's a whole page on it. I don't know if we'll touch on that entirely today.
Kind of feel like that's more of a 2 or 3 sessions in.
Yeah, probably a couple sessions in.
If you're hitting all those conditions in the first session, like either you're not doing well, or
You're
you got
playing
a really
wrong.
mean really mean GM.
I had a
Get
today,
this.
man.
You're gonna come out of the game with an actual trauma.
Oh,
Yeah, right?
no. Guys are in truths, self-discovery. Seekers learn more about the world and secrets. They learn more about themselves in turn. Seekers learn and grow over time, getting access to new gear, moves, and advancements that build upon an upgrade move. Character marks self-discovery whenever a move tells them. Additionally, during the end of session, opportunity to mark self-discovery by
Okay.
mark self-discovery track 8 times in total. They take an advantage and set the self-discovery track back to 0.
Oh,
Advance is
that was
taken.
something.
It is marked and cannot be.
Wait, you said 8 times?
Yeah, it says 8 times. Page 36.
Yeah, I'm looking at my.
Oh, there
my
is-
playbook.
Oh, I
Yeah,
thought there were less when I looked at it before.
I thought
Holy crap! That's a
5.
lot.
There's only 4 of the other ones, or 5 of the other ones.
It was okay. Another player gain a new.
I have 5 that are like the 8 for the self discovery are probably seem generic, but I have 5 attached to my character core move. So probably everybody does or something. If you have one of those ones where you build up, you get special things and you build up things, then you get to some bad thing because you went too far. I only have 5 of those.
I don't
What's
have
that?
one of those.
What's that?
You don't
Doug?
have one of those?
No.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Like the thing you were talking about, Paul, where your the thing that you copied would come out and get you.
Oh, the weapon. Yeah. I have
Yeah.
let's see.
It
Whenever
could very well
you
be.
go in track below, when the track fills, an aspect of the warrior will hunt you down and reclaim the weapon
Yeah.
and prepare for the worst.
Yeah.
Where
So
does
I
it
have one
say
of
that? Like
those.
what heading?
It's under
Your core move,
my core move. I took
Oh,
the
it's part
dead
of your
don't
core
rest
move.
easy. Yeah,
last
Yeah, I don't have
page.
anything like that.
Don't have
yeah.
one of those.
I don't think everybody does. Maybe it might. You know.
Yeah, they definitely have gone really specialized in a lot of the character sheet stuff.
Yeah. Which is kind of cool.
Sorry, Brian.
No, I'm
I have
just mad at myself
flashback.
for being stupid.
What'd you do now?
What'd
No,
you
my
do?
PDF, I'm like, I hit something. I'm like, I don't want to be on page 248.
Using all those super cool Adobe Reader features that are all brand new and all over the place, and
No, I just have basic.
that I
Yeah,
can
I
never
don't.
find how to.
Yeah, that's okay.
Mine recently got updated. I could not, for the life of me, I could not how to make a full
Yeah.
page.
Yeah,
view for like.
yeah. They
a
moved
week.
all the icons, and it's
Yep.
like,
Mhm.
why? Like,
Yeah, nothing.
I get adding
Nothing's
new
in the
features.
tool, like in the
Yeah, like,
just random.
right. But it's why? Why do you like? At least keep the old version in,
Yeah.
and put the
Mhm.
new one. Like,
I
if I already
agree with
had
you,
it,
Nobby,
don't change it.
100%.
I
My
can't.
hand.
They do that at my job all
Yeah.
the time with everything.
Yes,
I can't
my
see
Can't
you,
see
so I
Michael.
can't tell you're
You're an
raising your
owl.
hand. Yeah.
Yeah, you've just got the owl.
Oh no!
up.
Got to turn. Got to turn
Oh,
on my.
and I could see Brian now for some reason, and I appreciate the scarf.
Thank
Do you
you.
think
And the ear-
somebody should
Are you
keep
wearing
keep
earmuffs?
a
Oh no, headphones.
No headphones. Nah,
Earmuffs and a
earmuffs would
scarf.
be too gauche. Just a scarf and a nice
Yeah.
crystal glass. That's
Scarf.
it.
Okay.
Do you think one of us should every once in a while keep an eye on the video feed here so we can see anybody raising their hands, just so like you don't get ignored because we're
Yeah.
on the play?
I watch it a lot.
play?
I was
Okay.
gonna say I usually have it up as one of my panels.
Okay.
I have a
'Cause
question.
I can see somebody going like this for like an hour and nobody's looking.
We potentially have an answer.
I can't see any of us waiting that long.
No.
Does anybody understand the temporary conditions synchronized, or is it just to my playbook?
What to what now?
It says triumph on under my the changed. You
Oh.
and the soul artifact, because I have a soul artifact, become one. Gain a temporary condition synchronized. So I'm trying to find that, and I don't see any of that.
Yeah, that's
I'm
just
get-
you.
Under
No,
my
Yeah, that's
under my
Yeah.
conditions, I have 2 empty lines.
Yeah.
Is do you? Maybe that's where you throw that in there while you
No.
have it, and then it goes
Oh,
away.
my conditions. Maybe it just says synchronized. So I guess.
That's probably one of your really specialized things.
Yeah, it just says.
Yeah.
It just says triumph and gain a temporary condition synchronized. It doesn't say
Well,
there's nothing else in.
From what I remember, you get a triumph by rolling a 6.
Yeah.
Not 6.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I think he's asking what synchronized means ultimately.
Yeah, there's no
yeah,
definition.
yeah.
It's
What is
just
the boon?
synchronized. The
Read
boon-
it again.
You and the soul artifact become one. Gain the temporary condition synchronized. It's all bold font. But
And you can't find anything about the soul artifact.
it doesn't really say.
I'm trying to. What playbook are you?
The changed.
Oh, okay. The blonde woman.
Yeah. I just thought maybe there
And
was
you're
a condition.
haunted, right?
Sort of, yeah.
No, I'm the haunted. That's
Well-
in mine.
Oh well, Mike. Yeah, but no, he's
Oh,
not.
that's the
You're
legacy.
awakened,
I'm under
right?
the wrong one.
I'm
Yeah.
awakened. Yeah, I'm not ruined or.
What page is the synchronized thing on?
That is the first.
I always
The
saw something
change
about
right
artifact.
underneath intuition. Triumph. Just odd.
I thought I saw something about artifacts in here.
Yeah, I have an artifact.
Yeah, but I
Soul
think there was a thing about artifacts in the Ooh,
Oh, in the thing. Oh,
I just-
gotta look.
yeah.
I just word searched the book, and there's only one mention of synchronized, so
Mhm.
that could just very well be unfinished.
Yeah. Okay. I'll
I
just
think
make
you're
me
just at this point supposed to
read
add
mine.
it to your list of conditions, like add it as one of the blank ones, and then
Right,
only check it
yeah.
off when you've got that going.
Yeah. I think the boon
Maybe
will
it gives
just.
you
Is there
another
anything-
D6.
Well, that's what I would
Is
think.
there anything in your character sheet that explains the soul artifact?
Yeah, it goes into like
Oh, there
dormant
we go.
changes. Gain 1 dormant change. At the start of each session, describe how the soul artifact instills a change in you, and I create a dormant change, which is temporary until I get 3+. Then it becomes takes on a monstrous form. My body changes. It's a little complicated. It's not really.
Yeah, it's a weird one.
It's strange. So, I guess my point is the synchronized. I'll have to, like we were talking about, make my case. I'm synchronized with the soul artifact right now temporarily. Should be. I'll explain some kind of boom, whatever narratively it applies to the situation. Like, oh, I can. I have angel wings now.
Mhm.
No, whatever. That's being
There you
silly.
go. Teleport.
I can teleport.
Try to sneak teleport into the game.
I'm gonna try. Yeah, it's my. Oh, I can make
That's
the
supposed
most.
to be me.
I could be a make good cocktail. Well, it's cocktail time. I'll make a beautiful champagne spritzer. It's now 4:00. It's late tea. Everybody sit around the campfire.
Mhm.
I'll make you cocktails. We're all happy.
Like the movie Cocktail.
Yeah. All right.
Well,
Sorry
you
about
can
that.
research artifacts and you can gain
Didn't
lore
mean
from
to
it.
derail.
Yes, you do.
All right. We'll figure that out.
out.
Yeah. So yeah, plus three dice pool.
According
Plus
to the
auto
book,
success.
Yeah, auto success.
auto success. It's auto 12s. The only roll.
Only goes to 11. Not this game.
According to the
win
book, we
D&D.
should move
Don't know
on
how,
to.
but-
We should move on to the team creation.
There you go.
Mm.
Yes.
You guys
Sounds like
chose.
a real thing.
Well, I think it was more foisted upon us.
Yeah,
I
we
believe
were
the
forced to have
fates,
breakers.
the fates told us.
Yeah.
The
Well, what do you
railroad,
guys
the
wanna
train.
pick? I
took
can
us
name
to
it whatever.
Breakers.
I like the breakers. I liked it a lot. So I'm voting breaker.
Like you change the name but use the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I still haven't even gotten to that part.
I like that. I like the
That'd be
breakers
good.
actually myself. So
Breakers of Conspiracy, is that it?
yeah.
Yeah, and we got to
Yeah.
choose an origin.
Yeah.
Oh
Okay,
wait, no,
Breakers
the
of-
nature first.
Religion, military order that conspires to control the fate of all humanity, extremely rich and powerful, who wish to recreate themselves through forbidden secrets and technology. An ancient group of prophecy breakers who seek to bring out the apocalypse and rebirth of mankind. Something else that describes those in power and their sinister agenda. They want to get rid of all the potatoes. I mean, they remember
Age
the
of
great
potatoes.
potato famine in Ireland. They're like, that worked once. Let's do it again on a worldwide scale.
Yeah, let's make a pumpkin spice famine. Oh, there's poor people in
Big
Starbucks.
Pharma's at it again.
Big Pharma. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, do we want to like come up with our own, or do we just want to be lazy
No.
and come up with the other
Did-
three?
No. Well, I like
I'm leaning
naming
towards the prophecy
my name.
breakers.
I like apocalyptic shit, so I'm gonna vote for
Yeah.
that.
Well, look,
But,
Yeah, I'll
see.
do that. That sounds good. I like the rebirth.
Oh, the lesson.
Done.
thing.
That easy.
Yeah,
Yeah, the rebirth of mankind.
Mhm.
Yeah,
maybe in the end we'll be like, this has to happen.
kind of has like a Thanos feel about
Right?
it.
We get
Like a
converted.
Thanos, yeah. Yeah, we're like,
So
know,
you're an ancient group of prophecy breakers to bring.
No, No, that's
about
the conspiracy we know about.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is the nature
Those
of
are
the
the bad
conspiracy?
guys.
Yeah, let's be bad guys. Shiny.
Okay.
I played Jane Cobb.
Don't let me get my pretty floral bonnet, dude.
Okay.
All right, we'll end you.
What origin do you guys think could be fun for you all?
Origin.
Choose your end of session prompts and
Yeah.
kind of what brought you all together in one way or another.
I kinda like-
Borrowed and
left
wounded.
because it's
I was
dark.
just gonna say that.
Yeah.
All
All
that is left.
of us left. Mm.
I was just like, ooh, that sounds interesting.
I like it.
This game is hard.
We will triumph over the hardness of this game.
Yeah, this game makes you think real hard.
We're gonna think.
I hate
Yeah.
We're gonna
thinking.
be smart. Well, I'm not gonna be smart.
My head is hurting. I need an aspirin break. When I think, it hurts.
I
It
believe
hurts when I
in you.
think.
So all that is left.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Tell me
all
that.
those left. Does that resonate with everybody?
Yeah.
Sure.
Make it so.
Yeah.
Make it so.
Do it, dude.
One ping only, Vasily.
All those leftovers?
Is anybody finding anything yet? I know we've only done 2, but I just wondered about this. Anybody finding anything that kind of like runs up against your backstory that causes it to not work in some way?
No,
No,
so
but I'm
far,
definitely
Yeah.
thinking about it.
I have a lot
I
of
don't think
that.
so.
Well, that's the stuff that I always worry about.
So far, I mean, I was created in a lab, so I mean, whatever this game throws at me, I can say the lab just kind of tailored me to fit it.
Mhm.
You know,
Mhm.
With prophecy breaker, Dirks probably made you. I don't know.
you know
Yeah.
they could have. They could have
You were the perfect weapon that went awry.
to
They lost control.
protect their prophecy breaking, but I said,
Yeah.
you know what? I don't like you guys.
Mine has a lot of flashbacks mechanic.
Yeah, I have flashbacks.
Mine
Yeah,
does
yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Same.
So that's gonna be interesting.
It's part of
Yeah,
the game. It's a
okay.
bit of a Blades in the
Yeah.
Dark type.
Cool.
Okay. So aesthetic is the next one, I guess.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
Yes, sir.
yeah.
Sorry, I'm just trying to really.
No, you're good.
I'm not trying to step on your toes, GM.
Not at all.
Cool.
Building exercise. Literally.
Oh, do we all do trust falls soon? I hope.
No.
Because I'm
Literally
really,
building a
really
team.
heavy, and I want to
I
see. the
tried
looks on
that
your
virtually
faces.
once. It hurt. Like it didn't
Virtually.
catch me. It was not good.
Broke your computer.
I
That
did.
explains,
Okay.
that explains a lot. Okay, aesthetics. A symbol that represents our tenacity. The mark, the conspiracy left on our
I
body.
definitely
Yes.
don't like the supernatural emblem.
What's that one?
That seems too
Oh,
positive.
The fourth
fourth
one.
Yeah, I don't like that one either.
That's got to go.
Why don't you like it?
It's too positive.
Too positive?
Yeah, we've been chosen seems to go against the stuff we've
Oh.
already picked.
Yeah,
Ah.
yeah. Okay, I get
Yeah.
that.
I like the second and the third one. The mark and the physical evidence.
I was leaning towards
Yeah.
the second one.
Yeah, because I already have that
Which
scar
one?
on my face. The mark, the conspiracy
mother's
left on our
ass.
bodies.
The second
I
one.
have I have a
Yeah.
scar on my face from a time when I showed mercy. It was the price I paid for showing mercy. And going along with what I think Grace said that they made me in their laboratory, maybe they sent me to go kill one of their rivals, and I showed them mercy. I let them go, and they didn't like it, and they scarred me for life and cast me out.
Oh, I love it.
Punishment.
That's
Yeah.
toxic. Yeah. So number 2,
Sick.
or
Yeah, very toxic workplace.
Number 2, we're going the mark of the conspiracy.
Yeah.
Exactly what we strive against.
That sounds-
What is the mark, guys?
Well, it doesn't.
Are we going with a
I
scar?
would
that we
say
each
it's
have?
not the same. I would say it's not the same.
Different for
thing
everybody. Yeah.
physically. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Each
Okay.
person
Just to
gets their
complicate
own. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
That actually
Because
fits.
that'll free us up to
Well,
be like,
All of you have a
Especially-
different
want.
scar or something, or
I have a tattoo that's matching set. Part of a matching set.
it can
I
eat.
don't-
Well, you know what?
But you didn't
It
get that
could
from
either-
the.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say you didn't get that from the conspiracy, though, did you?
We're
Well,
doing the
could it be that
conspiracy.
you either got it
It
from the
could.
conspiracy or something you had to do to prove that you were fighting against conspiracy? So maybe you could get
Thinking
it from the conspiracy, or to
Yeah,
prove that you're part of us, you
Against.
give it to yourself.
Well,
Yeah.
that would be the third
Okay.
one, really. Physical evidence of the
Would that-
promise we made to each other.
Oh, okay.
True.
Okay. All right. I got you. Okay.
True.
Well, maybe
I like
the
either of them.
conspiracy-
I like them because they're physical, but
Yeah.
Maybe the conspiracist branded you with a tattoo, and then you went and got another tattoo to counter it.
Still would be. I would say it kind of. If you're gonna go with the scar,
Yeah.
if we did physical,
There are people there are people who scar
Did I hit
themselves
that
as
button? Sorry.
tattoos.
that wasn't me.
Oh, okay.
I mean, there are
people
people
that what?
who scar themselves as a tattoo. Instead of getting a
Yeah.
tattoo, they'll put a scar on themselves.
Scarification.
scarification.
Yeah, scarification. That's I couldn't think of it. Thank you.
Pretty.
So maybe they gave you this scarification, and then you decided to put a second one on you to counter it. I don't know. I don't want to tell you what to do with your character, but I'm just spitballing.
Yeah.
We all were involved in an explosion of magical power when they were up to their shenanigans. So
Okay.
we all have a purple mark on our body somewhere from
Sure.
the Eldritch energies.
I
Okay.
could dig
I
it.
like it. That could also be why we're
Yeah.
the only ones left.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we're the ones
Yeah.
who survived.
We survived those incidences.
Okay.
I like it.
Maybe.
So it's
All
a
right.
purple scar.
Mm-hmm.
I might write it.
Is it a
Mark or
scar or is
something.
it like a mark? Just like almost like a
Well, could be
almost
could be
tattoo-esque, but just there. Like, I gotcha.
like you could like the inside of your cheek could be purple. It's like it causes tissue damage that turns flesh purple. I'm just saying
Yeah.
purple. It doesn't have to be purple. It could do whatever color. Purple seems magic-y and evil-ish.
Yep.
I think purple fits
but,
for
like, it could
Eldritch
be-
stuff anyway.
Could be a scar. It
Yeah.
could be somebody's eye
Oh, I know. I'll put
is
it.
purple. Hands. Big splotches.
Excellent.
Oh shoot! I have
That
not
one.
shared this with you. I have the Breaker Bunch, and I've been filling it out for you.
The Breaker Bunch.
Breaker Bunch. I love it.
The Breaker Bunch.
What's for
It's
dinner?
the
Pork chops and
radio
applesauce.
Breaker Bunch. Here's the story. Oh,
Lovely. Birds.
one was a psychopathic killer.
And they all had hope and
Is everybody picking their purple mark and I'm sitting here not doing any work?
Yep. I did.
Okay.
oh, you put it
That's
on
what
your
I have
sheet.
to do.
I see.
I have to put it on it. Yeah.
Can you all see the Breaker Bunch now? I've been filling it out for you, the aesthetic and your
Oh,
conspiracy.
I don't even.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I don't
good,
even
good.
have Foundry
look.
up. Let me look.
Ah,
I've just got paper in front of me.
gross. Okay.
Where do you have it up?
Yeah, where is it?
Oh, there it is. I
I
see it. Items. It's under the Meeple one for actors.
Yeah. The Breaker Bunch.
oh, acting. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Nice.
Actor.
Acting.
Okay, so we got that down.
Next is gear. You have
Cool.
$3 reduce to spend basically the equivalent of
rich and wealthy miser.
3 resource points to spend in any way you desire across these item possibilities.
Yes, I want that.
A dangerous weapon we stole from the conspiracy.
Oh, please, can I have that? Can I have that?
Journals and records from
this
those
this
who
would be
fought
like the
before us.
that could be like the fourth dangerous weapon I could have.
Right. I have one already that I had taken
Yeah.
from my background. That I got to redeem.
Ooh. Okay. I want a dangerous weapon. I want a disturbing information.
DJ.
Oh. I didn't know. Oh, it's team gear. Okay. I was like, Christmas time. I'm happy.
Exactly.
I'm
Okay,
drawn to
so-
the disturbing information.
Yeah, me too. I was going to say disturbing
Yeah, I like that
information.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's one.
I mean, do we go
I-
with something that could help us, like access
Mobile
codes,
research lab?
devices?
I was thinking the mobile. Well, I was thinking the access to a global information network
That too.
that could
Yeah,
help us out.
that costs 2.
Oh, that
Yeah.
costs 2. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the downfall.
That's 3.
No, that.
That would be 3 total.
Yeah.
You can get.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're
Okay.
saying.
Oh,
What were we gonna say, Grace?
I was saying that I'm bad at math. Go ahead.
Oh,
Me and you both, kiddo.
I meant you could use it twice, but I'm actually bad at reading mostly, I suppose, because I didn't read that part. I thought it meant you had 2 uses for that item that cost you.
oh okay.
What do we have to do? Like justify it to get the D6?
I think
Yeah.
we just have it.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
Yeah, you just
no,
kind of-
we have to push
then-
it. We have to push its use to grant our advantage.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So we're
How
going
are
with
you
it,
using the global information network to
Yeah.
get it?
Right.
and then we're doing
Looking
the
at pictures
disturbing
of kittens.
No.
Mhm.
Told you not to do that one anymore. That's what the regular computer's for.
information.
But look, it looks like Darth Kitten. He's
You
got to
guys
be
chose-
evil.
Are you guys choosing access to a global information network?
Yes,
I
maybe.
like
no.
it.
Okay.
GNI. Let's get on a
Okay,
GNI. Interwebs.
The global network of information.
GIN?
GIN. What did I say?
Gin.
Drink up.
GNI.
Yeah.
It's
Yes.
time.
Oh, I do say, let's get on to the gin, shall we?
There you go.
Exactly.
Pip,
You
pip.
guys get a
So what will be the-
campfire move.
Yeah.
It's a shared
Did we
breakthrough. Once
pick the other one? Did we pick another from Team Gear first before we move on?
Disturbing
We only got
information.
three.
That's comparison.
Okay. Disturbing
Yeah,
information.
we
We
went
used
with
up our 3.
yeah, because the global information network costs 2.
Yep. Okay, I just want to make sure we picked
spent all $3
Okay.
reduce at the dollar reduce store.
Okay. The dollar back.
You guys get
Am I sorry? Am I understanding correctly that basically we can only use each of these once per adventure?
I don't think so.
And what does all marked team gear clears at the
Yep.
end of the adventure mean?
Oh, maybe you're
Yeah.
right.
You're right. You have to
Yeah.
mark it and then unmark it after the
At
event.
the end of the adventure.
Yeah.
Right, but
Oh,
not
that's true.
session.
Yeah, not the session.
adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
an
once we-
adventure is like 5 to 10 sessions. Is,
Yeah.
is their
Actually,
estimate for that?
marking means you're pushing. Actually, what I think it means that you're only supposed to use it once per adventure.
That's what
she's
I'm saying.
Yeah.
All marked Team Gear
Oh, okay,
clears at
okay.
the end. It doesn't say that. It means you're pushing its use to grant you.
Michael, do the adventures actually seem like the ones that you've read seem like 6 to 10 sessions worth?
They
Or is an
definitely could be.
adventure one? Okay.
Especially the way they kind of want you to unlock things and do stuff. It definitely has a. Both the adventures seem to have a. Yep, like. I guess stuff to do, I guess, is one way of. There's definitely things you have to kind of put together and puzzle out to advance. And there's definitely meat on the bone when it comes to setting up events. There's quite a few truths that you guys can learn, all kinds of stuff that can happen. Especially as the dice roll, things may escalate.
Team move time.
So
Team moves.
So-
Sorry, my bad. Yes.
okay.
That was just me getting antsy. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
What about
We need to
allies and
progress.
nemesis?
Nemesis.
What's the
Nemesis.
next page?
No, that's on the same page.
Who?
Oh, it's 122, and then you're looking at 123. Next page.
No.
I'm looking at the handout.
That's what they made.
If I look at the
Yeah,
handout,
you said
that's
that.
on the same page as the team gear.
He's on the team's handout instead of the book itself.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
See. He's
Doesn't
right.
matter.
You're both
You got-
right, and that's the best kind of right.
Hey, mine's on a bridge. That's the most right.
Unabridged.
What do you call it in the middle of a song? Bridge.
I mean, we can do allies and nemesis. I don't care.
No,
If
that's fine.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't.
I'm
I-
just being a dork.
Don't care. Don't care.
I don't think I can
Savage.
jump ahead a page, Michael, and make it back to where we were. So I don't know.
What are we doing again?
don't know what that.
Team moves.
Oh, okay.
I think that means this is a bit of a wade. We're making progress, but it is.
I was making a joke about it.
Yeah.
We could jump forward a page and go back to the on the
Oh,
handout.
I see. Yeah.
Really big deal. 2 pages. Sorry, maybe the book's much harder.
It is not. None of this is hard.
No.
Just needs like paste it in.
I guess I don't know where
I'm getting the feeling that we're going to
the
forget a
book you're
lot of
looking
this
at.
stuff.
Say
I
that
only
again.
have the handout. And I'm seeing wait, that one right there in the main. I was one folder too deep. Yeah.
I'm getting the feeling that all these team
I know how
moves and
computers work, I swear.
yeah, you do. We believe in
Sorry.
you, Bobby. I'm getting a feeling it's going to be hard to keep track of everything that we can do. Like
Yeah, there's
team
definitely
moves.
some housekeeping.
Well,
Yeah,
it'll be I think as we go through
it might get easier.
and do it, yeah. All right. I'm
Yeah,
all
no, I
caught up.
think this is the most
A lot
you know,
of
we're
upfront
going
work.
to have to meta think for a while. Yeah, exactly.
yeah,
Upfront work.
Right.
Yeah.
We can even like suggest to each other. Can we do a team move here? Just
Yeah.
yeah.
I like broken memories. Just throwing that out as an idea. I don't know if I want to take the time to read all of the gather, and I just
Raiders.
read. I'm reading.
That's cool.
How the conspiracy broke you.
You like broken memories?
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I mean, it
Dramatic
basically that's
fodder.
like retcon together a little.
And we
yeah.
can
Yeah.
we get more team moves, right? When we advance.
Can we do any of these moves, or is
I
there?
believe.
We start with 1.
Oh, we start
Yes.
with one. Okay.
This appeals to Udo too, like his background.
Broken
too,
memories?
memories. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess my guy being like a monster that he is, he has a lot of broken memories. Oh,
Listen to
like
his
one.
work.
They kidnapped my sister, and to make sure that I had no more like emotions left, they slowly peeled her face off and tried to get me to reveal information to them, and I wouldn't.
Oh.
So yeah, broken memories. I can come up with some really sick shit for
Yeah.
this guy.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Are we in?
Oh, you like that face?
Oh, word.
I'm in.
I do.
Cool.
Darker. Let's go darker.
This is going to be like a very dark place.
Okay,
Yeah,
Leonard,
don't
go.
be afraid to tap into the human.
We're not
darkness.
going to we're not going to harm ourselves. We're going to harm anybody who's watching us.
Yeah, just transfer
Online.
everything to the viewer. Yeah, it's the way. It's good
Viewer.
cinema. It's good art. Art is
You
Start
should have
our
your-
videos with a little content warning.
yes.
Right.
Following me.
This is
These guys are
art
sick
for the
bastards.
masses.
Just be warned.
Yeah, you want to watch? Go to your multiplex or watch some crap on the screen. You
All
gotta
of a
come
sudden,
here
our
for
views,
art.
Broken Memories
our views
works-
start
Mr.
skyrocketing.
Cat.
You will come
You'll
here
become famous.
for everything.
I want Mr. Goblin Cat. I want Mr. Goblin Cat. I want Mr. Goblin Cat. I saw that as an option for an
I mean,
ally.
you guys, I think anything but the Goblin Cat, I'm good with. I'm highly allergic to cats, so no.
Character.
I'm,
Oh,
fine, I'm fine
okay.
with the Goblin
Let's-
Cat.
Makes Goblin Cat. That's a hacker with an impressive VTuber career. Goblin Cat. And he dresses as a furry in public.
You guys pick Broken Memories. I was thinking I pasted in Stronger Together. Stronger Together seems pretty mad decent. It's kind of like an E.
Get it
Nice.
together, man.
Let's not make it easy. Let's make it
Yeah.
dark and horrific.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah, because Stronger Together might make some stuff easier, but Broken Memories help save your ass when shit's already gone sideways.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I think that.
Yeah.
I think that's more valuable.
We can make up some sick shit with it too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Far be it from me. FIFO player agent thing.
I want to bring it all.
Just like my
in.
opinion. Man.
Yeah. I love it. I love the darkness. Darkness,
But it just occurred to me, Mr.
Uh-oh.
Goblin Cat is a VTuber, and I'm not sure everyone here knows what a VTuber is because it's weird,
It's-
and I only just. Yeah, go
It's
ahead.
a type of vegetable, right?
Yeah.
That you
No,
saute
actually,
with butter?
vegetables don't exist. Actually,
okay.
just throwing that out there too.
Okay.
I just assumed it was an influencer.
Like a video,
Kinda.
like a YouTuber.
Yeah.
Influencer type, like streamer person who specifically has like a cartoon thing that's following and scanning their movements so that they look like an anime character and it moves with their eyes and all of that.
Like a Mr. Roboto type guy.
Or
an anonymous-
Mr. Roboto.
An anonymous
Domo.
guy.
Domo.
Yeah.
Mr. Roboto from
Or like a
the
creepy
USA.
anime person.
Yeah. But yeah, in that kind of vein where he's online, like, sticking it to the man with a creepy anime goblin cat.
It's Max
thing.
Headroom.
Yeah.
Exactly. Probably with a hat on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got
exactly. Yeah, his real name's Larry.
Larry.
that. Larry the Goblin Cat.
Hi, Larry. I'm Larry the
Then
Goblin.
Is he a cable
he
guy?
uses- Larry the Cable Guy. He uses a voice disguiser. So, because he really sounds like this in real life. But when he talks through the video thing.
So what
Are we
nemesis?
choosing
do
the,
you
Are we working on the ally now? Did we get one?
We did Broken
I was
Memories.
discussing Mr. Goblin Cat, the hacker guy.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm fine with that.
And I literally didn't read the other ones. I just saw Mr. Goblin Cat.
See,
Just to be clear.
the fact that we have a Goblin Cat as our ally makes me want to go with the Blood Wolves, just because cats versus dogs.
There you go.
Yeah, right.
I know they are actual people. It's just an organization, but
Who are the Blood Wolves?
You both know,
they're
but
a mercenary group with a sinister past.
Oh, that sounds good.
And the idea would be that the prophecy breaker group basically has hired those mercs to go after people like us.
Which actually would tie into my weapon,
Story writes itself. Put it in there.
right?
It sure do.
I have a weapon that has a
Ooh, ooh.
bloody past, and I have to redeem. I seek to redeem it.
Ooh.
Yeah, I
Okay.
found 2 different pictures of goblin cats.
You guys pick an ally.
We could have a second. Yeah, we did that like ages ago. Mr. Goblin Cat.
Oh, right, Mr. Goblin. It's actually MX
We can have
Goblin
2?
Cat. I don't think
Yeah,
it's
mixed.
gendered.
Mix goblin cat.
In this case, it's Mr. I gendered him.
I'll support
You're
that.
right.
You gendered?
You assumed his gender.
How
Did.
dare you? No.
I picked one.
So we got the blood wolves.
Mr. Goblin Cat or Miss Goblin Cat? Or Mrs.
Mr.
Goblin
Mister.
Cat?
Mister.
Mr. Goblin Cat.
Not
Yeah,
to
'cause
be
that's how I read it
pedantic,
at
but I
first.
believe MX is an actual pronoun.
Oh, is it?
Or yeah, it's a non. It's
It totally is, but if
gendered.
you look at the X
Okay.
there,
Okay.
I think it looks more like they're filling X than the normal.
Like fill this in. This is the one place where they came up with some weird. You get to choose. This is
Not
your choice.
italicized or anything.
Oh, maybe it just looks different on my sheet then, but it does. It's like grayed out in a weird way. Okay. Anyway,
Oh,
I
that's
spent too
not.
much
Yeah.
time talking about a goblin cat.
My
Now
apologies.
you
Who's your
want to
nemesis?
get a goblin cat.
Or nemesi.
Blood wolves.
Nemesis is.
The
Blood
Blood Wolves.
Wolves.
Pick the
Okay,
Blood
right, because the
Wolves.
cat. Cat. Mercenary group with a
Nemesis.
sinister
Lectures.
past.
And that
Nemesis.
ties into my weapon that I have.
Nice.
We can take
Those
two, by the way.
lovingly
It says
created
one
by the
more, too.
conspiracy to stalk you is hilarious.
Yes.
I was
Oh,
actually
good-
going to suggest that,
That could be Paul.
as a second one.
What was that, Doug?
The one that says those lovingly created by the conspiracy to stalk you is very funny. It reminded me of you, Paul.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, it'd be people like you.
Yes.
We
They
can
like
choose
to
two,
see you
right?
dead.
You can choose to.
Yeah. It says one or
You
two.
can choose to.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
We want
okay.
to choose Paul's
The Blood
people,
Wolves
Paul's
mercenary
friends.
group is the Mr. Class. A world famous friends, those lovingly created. All right, those lovingly created by conspiracy to stalk you.
Cool.
You have Nemesi.
Nemesis.
Nemesi.
Nemesis.
Nemesis.
That's from
right. Nemesis.
that's from a movie. That's from a movie. I can't remember. I can never remember the name of it. They play B-list superheroes.
Oh, the
God.
movie? Mystery Men?
Yeah, Mystery Men.
Mystery
Yes. When
The
they
bowling ball.
the bowler's daughter. When the real superhero is captured by Frankenstein or whatever his name is, and he starts saying Nemesis, Nemesis, and Frankenstein says Nemesis. It just stuck with me since I seen that movie.
Been a minute, I gotta be honest.
I love
the
that movie. Oh yeah,
That blockbuster.
So now
What's
do
your-
we go through our sheets or?
Do we
I think
the
so,
bond?
yeah.
Are we going to do the bonding things?
Well, I
Yeah.
don't know what your characters even are. Like,
Yeah, you can't
Yeah.
choose that right now.
Okay.
so I was
You need
I
to
was
know?
hoping
I
you guys
mean,
would
we
tell me a
have
little about yourselves.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's start with the first one in the list here. Marcus Wolf, mentor. That is-
Mentor.
Oh yay.
Mental. What?
So
The
I
freshman.
am. I'm a seasoned archaeologist with a passion for uncovering ancient mysteries. I'm renowned for both scholarly expertise and unwavering commitment to justice.
Ooh.
I'm known for his a fierce loyalty to my proteges and relentless pursuit of truth. And I look like a rugged, weathered man in his late 50s. I'm tall, athletic build, piercing eyes.
Piercing
But,
eyes. So
yeah.
handsome.
Oh, yeah.
More about my eyes.
Chiseled features.
Yeah. Yeah. He's the mentor. I am the companion, the mentor. My bonds. I
Oh, your
kind
character just
of
has a companion? Like there's an extra person with you all the time, or?
no. I am the companion.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's
Okay.
my truth. That's the truth
He's
seeker I am.
the sex worker.
But I'm a
You're a
mentor
mentor to one of us, aren't you?
to the whole group.
Firefly.
This is the Firefly
To the whole group?
RPG.
Devoted was a single seeker. The
Hmm.
mentor was the whole group.
Okay.
And then my bonds. I'd like to wait until I know everybody.
Yeah.
But I have to ask somebody. I have to ask one person. In order to save many, we have to leave someone important behind. Why would you let me go back and rescue them? Why wouldn't you let me go back and rescue them? And then the other one is I love you, but admitted I love you, but admitted it would leave me too vulnerable. Why would accepting this hold me back?
This game.
Right?
Ugh.
No, we're gonna rewrite some shit.
Like-
Guess what, Evil Hat? Got a few rewrites coming
I
back
think-
at you.
Like,
We're
got
white
one
men
that-
in our
Our
30s and
next
40s.
game-
We aren't allowed to have emotions.
No.
Our next game is definitely going to be Passion de las Passions, a
Ooh.
Powered by the Apocalypse game about Mexican
I don't
soap
speak
operas.
Belgian though.
There we go.
Mexican soap operas. Let's go.
I'm open to
Hello.
it.
Whatever they're called.
Telenova.
novellas.
Oh,
Yeah,
telenovela.
Telenovela.
Yeah. Telenovela. That's it.
I'm playing Eric Estrada.
Nice to meet you, Marcus.
Nice to meet you guys.
Radar.
Hey, Marcus.
Who's next?
Marcus.
Let's go with Grace's character. I don't know them. Are they Till?
I didn't do anything yet in Foundry. I didn't see anywhere to update, and I didn't want to interrupt. Anyway,
Oh, you can create your own actor.
I
You can
am.
just click create it. Start going.
I'll do that later then. I am Dr. Melinda Courtwright, a linguistic anthropologist. I'm always being nervous, so my aesthetic is a frantic energy my hands can barely contain. And somehow my aesthetic is also a treasured gift from someone who left me behind. I guess maybe a necklace or something. I'll have to update that. I also have a collection of important books and notes I must protect. Or why do I reach for the truth? So my subclass thing. I'm discredited. So like basically people don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to open their minds. They're just too
Close-minded.
dumb. Yeah. So my what will it take to prove I was right? I have to choose one amongst different options, and I went with evidence of a divine consciousness because I thought that sounded fun. So
Oh my.
basically, I argued that I found divinity and it wasn't kind, and people couldn't take it. They couldn't take it. They didn't want to hear it. They shut me down. I got canceled, you guys.
Oh, no.
What do you mean an
telling the
omnipotent
truth.
entity wouldn't treat me like an ant?
Because that ant can't be up.
Dr. Courtwright is here to tell you all about it. That's me. And then the move that I went with was this should work in theory. So if I can answer that a plan is crazy enough that it just might work, then then that can be an argument for a die.
There's a
It
chance.
could.
I forgot to say the move that I went with as well.
Go
Just
for
the
it.
bulwark. When I take control by throwing myself between an ally and deadly peril, I can always choose one from below, which is protect the ally completely from harm or prevent the enemy from advancing further for now.
Nice.
Even on a crisis. So even if I completely fail.
Yeah, that's the crit fail thing, right? Like a 1 or something.
That's what I thought.
Bones, I guess.
And then if I take a mark, if you take a marker condition, if you mark a condition, add one D to the roll. So 1 die.
Nice.
Some arms away.
Basically, yeah.
That's a good
As long as-
companion move.
well,
that
as-
sounds perfect.
Action hero shit.
As long as I take a condition. This is the way I read it. Like it says, if you mark a condition, add 1 die to the roll. My conditions are distant, stony, fatigued, and wounded. And then I have 2 blank ones. So yeah.
Hey, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Well, I guess we're not gonna call on Doug's character. Definitely not Udo Reinhardt.
No. There's only one.
Should we wait for Doug?
Yeah, we can wait for Doug. Here he comes.
Yeah.
Hi, Doug.
Oh, he's back. Okay.
Are you back, dog?
No, he said.
He's on his phone. He's gonna hear us. He'll be on his phone.
Gotcha.
Oh.
He's closing us out. Bye, Doug.
No,
I thought
he
you
showed
had
his
to
phone.
answer the phone. Like, go talk to someone.
Oh, maybe.
Oh, maybe.
You know,
That's
you know,
possible.
To me, that we're unsure.
Udo.
You ready for this?
Yeah, you're good for the time. Go ahead.
Good for the time, sure. All right, and begin.
Action.
Well, I action go. I threw it up in Discord, Bleh. But Uta Reinhardt is about 6 feet, 60. His hair is silver, slicked back, perfectly framing his sharp, angular features. Uto's piercing gray eyes seem to see through the facades of the world, reflecting a deep and enigmatic intelligence. His wardrobe is meticulously curated. He grew up in a cultured family in Vienna. His family's all academics, and then they moved to Venice when he was a teenager. And the dramatic landscape and rich tapestry of Venice just was a fertile ground for his creative aspirations. He delved into the world of opera and giallo filmmaking and writing plays. And then he went into curating antiquities. It took kind of a dark turn for him because now I have a soul artifact. He came in this kind of clandestine auction in a disused Venetian chapel where he acquired it. And so now he actually became a dealer in the rare, the arcane, and the occult, made him a respected but somewhat enigmatic figure. So he's got many talents. I guess everybody would have to know that I have an artifact. I would think. Because some of the moves are I can give, they can hold the medallion, the other seekers, but
Like a magic focus or whatever. Or
yeah, it's like
kind of concept.
yeah, it's a medallion. It's called the Heart of Tenebris. It was crafted by an ancient cult that worshipped ancient forbidden deities. So to concentrate the essence of gods, ancient gods, into a more portable form, enabling them to wield its influence across vast distances among various bearers. So he got this and connected with it. So this has fueled his success, also his failures, because of course every soul artifact wants something. You have to give something. So that is him.
Well, what's his aesthetic? What's his intuition? His
Aesthetic, yeah. He has a ravenous grin that can never suppress. Julie that flashes with menace, because he's a bon vivant, but he's not ostentatious. But he knows he has a command presence, and he uses that to his advantage. Like, he wants people to look at him to know that he has a certain power, but doesn't flaunt it. It's evident.
Which is your plague book again? The
Changed. The Chain. So I chose Awakened because coming from this academic family and being in the arts, his father was very academic rigor, so it was instilled in him, but he kind of went against the grain. He went into the arts, and they kind of all looked down on him for that. But he knew he's destined for greatness, so that's why this artifact picked him. Probably for his a little bit of humus, a little bit of vanity, and who we thought he was. So, how does the soul artifact resonate with you? A dream that never dies, because he just wants to know everything, whether good, bad, or indifferent, or if it's dark, it doesn't matter. He wants to know everything and to use it to, obviously, his advantage too. So at the start of each session, describe how the soul artifact instills a change in you, preparing you to be worthy of the truths you discover. So I get to gain one dormant change and note it below. So I've created some dormant changes, and I guess physically will change or grant him certain abilities benefit from the artifact. So I can do that. Play. We get into the meat and taters. I also chose meat and taters. And Echoes of the Past, that's my move. The soul artifact shares a deep connection with the artifact in the tomb. So when we get to that part, so that will come into when we get there.
Let's fill out your sheet. What is your name? Choose one. A nickname, a former best friend gave you a name.
A common name that I share with someone else. He just used his given name, right?
Okay.
So that's what I picked. Because he doesn't want to hide it. He wants people to know this is who I really am.
Okay.
The
your
aesthetic is a ravenous grin that I can never suppress. Julie that flashes with menace. Again, he wants to have that command presence, so to speak.
Okay.
Intuition, you can always ask, what vestiges of power does the soul artifact sense here? Who or what can I connect to?
I don't have a thing for your soul artifact yet. What is your soul artifact? What it desires?
Yeah, me. It always wants a vessel. It wants somebody that it can manipulate and keep. So something else that conveys it, which is me. Because it's brought me fortune too, and traveled all over the world. So this artifact can
Let's
exploit
add these
me.
to other. They don't have stuff specific here.
Mm-hmm.
So soul artifact.
Me.
You.
And you can't blame it. It's only arcane power, but it knows.
How did I-
It knows. Yeah. So it is.
Okay.
All right, you got to re-explain everything. Doug's back.
You can just read it in Discord.
I can just read it in Discord.
And it changed you how? Ruined?
No, awakened. Because Udo
Right,
always
awakened,
believed
right. It's
he
your core
was
move.
destined for greatness because of his achievements before the artifact. So now, yeah, I'm its vessel. It's a natural. Makes sense. Pick me, not some slob off the street.
Where is Awakened? There it is. I'm just blind. Never mind.
Yep.
Last move?
Yes.
Big boy.
There's a lot going on with it. Yeah.
Yeah, you picked probably the most complicated character. it
Yeah.
looks
Why
like.
not? We'll get to it.
It's all easy.
Yeah.
Gonna paste that in. Brevity's.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Awakened. You got a lot of shit. Agenda, your soul artifact.
Yeah.
You already picked your core move.
Yep. Yeah. I'm special.
Way more.
It tells you at the very beginning that basically the first 2 or 3 playbooks are more simple and straightforward, and then they get progressively more complicated as you go down through them.
So why be easy? I don't see it. I don't see the allure. So that's it.
Interesting.
You will love it. You will all love me. The pleasure will be all yours. Every single one of you. Yeah. I see you like it too, Paul. I think Paul fell asleep with his eyes open.
Probably.
No, I'm here.
No, I'm here. I got it.
We're here. Yeah.
What?
Thursday.
What, huh?
Change
Who?
your intuition. Let's find your intuition. You can always ask at any time.
What vestiges of power does the soul artifact sense here?
Yeah.
Who or what can I connect to?
The internet. You can connect to donkeys. Any donkey of the
Also,
field.
I have a weapon too. A weapon marked by the soul artifact's desires. Gear.
Let's just assume you've written all this down on your sheet and filled it out.
I have it. That's what the soul artifact is like. The Medallion of Tenembris.
And your playbook move was. Choose one. Echoes of the Past, was that it?
Echoes of the Past, correct.
Okay. Wonder how you were touched by the conspiracy.
I think the medallion is what they wanted. They couldn't.
Oh,
have it.
yeah?
Yeah, I think so. Too, because it's really, even with his family, who his brother's actually an archaeologist. I have a whole family backstory too. Even he won't research it for him.
I apologize. I need to take a 5-minute break. I gotta use the restroom. I'll be right back. I know.
I broke
just got
Michael.
back. I need to. You didn't break me. I just gotta use the restroom.
I need to too,
I'll be
so
right
I'll be back also.
The restroom. Okay. Yeah.
You drove everybody away, Brian.
Yeah. So sorry. I was method creation. I apologize.
No worries.
Nice.
There it is. There it is.
I get the shadow stuff better now. It's supposed to be kind of like luck.
Aha.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's the whole thing with the bargain. Basically like luck. It lets you turn failures into triumph.
Does it say that on your character sheet?
Mm-hmm. Yes, it
Mine
says
doesn't.
after. Oh, really? What does it say under shadow bargain for you?
I was
Oh,
gonna
shadow
look up.
bargain.
Look at
Yeah.
your thing.
Oh, I was
Yeah.
looking at shadow self. Okay.
Bargain.
Oh, yeah, okay. The result of your roll becomes a triumph and you fall into your shadow self.
Yeah, so that's how you fall into it without it being permanent. I was so confused about that.
Why do you mark shadow conditions? Oh, when you're in your shadow self, you mark shadow conditions. So that could still put you there. Something I just
Yeah.
read and reread and understood differently than the first time I read it, and you probably all picked up on this. But when a shadow condition is marked, it's permanent. So for some reason, I was reading like all four made permanent like in one time. But like you can go into your shadow self, get one of them made permanent, and then leave, and you only have 3 left.
Yeah, and
So
one thing I wasn't sure is, are you expected to sort of incorporate that condition into your character going forward? Like, am I going forward a patronizing person?
It's not, yeah, it's not mechanically there, but it's implied with the first paragraph of Shadow Self.
Yeah, I think so.
I have arrogant, cruel, unstable, and tormented.
Nice.
As your character or you?
No, that's on the
Oh.
sheet.
Okay.
But I'm gonna write those for my own personal character sheet I carry around with me.
I do that
About
a lot
myself.
with all the characters I create for myself.
Mm-hmm.
Is, you know.
Oh man,
It's a really involved game, huh?
Right.
these are very thinky characters.
Yeah.
No, I think it's pretty easy.
You think it's straightforward?
No, straightforward like my brain. It's just a dark carnival. This whole thing.
One thing I'm wondering. Now I know we all have fond and terrible memories of God, the space game. What was the space game called?
Impulse Drive.
Impulse Drive.
Yes.
And Impulse Drive, and one of the things we always found hard with it, whether it was, we played it more recently or way back in the day, is that it was like self-looping. It was very much about staying within inside the moves that brought you to other moves and brought you, like it kind of weaved you through the rules of the game.
Right.
Whereas like Monster of the Week and Dungeon World, you just from whatever, do whatever you want. This I have a feeling is one of those ones where it keeps you really in the game the whole time.
Not much deviation outside of what you're going to do.
Yeah.
So like a railroad or?
No, it's more like one move, one aspect of the game will lead you directly to another aspect of the game, which will lead you right directly to another aspect of the game. Like flashbacks that are used when you're doing things, then tie you back to something with your shadow bargain, and then it moves you over to like the even like the moves, the general moves, the basic moves seem kind of like that.
Very cumbersome, I think. Anyway,
Very
So
what? You just
cumbersome.
cumbersome. Yeah.
There's no.
I'm just like looking at like my moves, the basic moves, and then the team moves, and I'm like, I'm not going to be able to keep all that straight in my head.
No, it's gonna be trial and error. And who knows if you're gonna have to play. Like this game requires you to. I almost think it play as you learn as you go.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
there's no other way around it. It's not like
Yeah.
Monster of the Week or Dungeon World where it's pretty easy to grasp the concepts.
Yeah.
The game never asks you to know all of it either. So.
No, but you could
That's Michael's job.
Yeah, that's
you
fine.
could definitely pick up the game and play fairly quickly and get right into the flow. This will take a little time. It's not
I
gonna
don't
be-
I think we're taking the time, but I think that if we had wanted to, we could have made our characters ahead completely and just dive in to play pretty quickly. I think we just didn't want to do that because we wanted to understand it more better than that.
I guess.
Well, the thing that threw me is the character creation. I'm used to like picking things here and there, and this one kind of had it more laid out for you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like Dungeons and Dragons, you roll your character up. Dungeon World, you know, you
Yeah, and you have a laundry list of spells you might need to be able to pick from,
Yeah,
or you might need to pick from, or a laundry list of armor that you might be able to pick, or weapons you might be able to pick, or this, that, and the other thing. But
so that kind of threw me a little bit with this one because I'm not used to this. So I think that's where I'm like kind of like, okay, this game is kind of intimidating because I'm not used to this kind of game. So maybe Brian's right. As I play it, I'll be like more comfortable with it as I get going.
That's for me too.
I think you will. I think we all will.
Yeah.
This is a little
So I'm kind
overwhelming for me.
well, this is orientation. Once you get into the job, it doesn't seem nearly as complicated.
Exactly. Yeah. Once you start driving a forklift in a warehouse, it's all right.
Yeah.
You crash into
the warehouse.
You won't even need like 90% of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hard hat? Nah, that's what a
Then
boy.
Steady,
sitting you
steady.
down.
That's what I do.
Giving you the anti-union talk before telling you can't tell anybody.
Honestly, though, I'm glad it asks us this kind of stuff because it has. I think it's going to make our characters feel a lot more alive when we start with them because we're going to know the world in a way that I don't feel like we usually do when we start a game.
Yeah.
Well, I
each
want
other too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. I want to get through the characters and so we can meet each other and then do the bonds. I think I don't know if we'll just I'll probably go make Bobby do bonds last. I'll just do it in reverse order from
Okay.
Bobby does bonds last.
Whoever, yeah.
Bobby does bonds.
Bobby does. Oh.
Who's next?
That's a different YouTube.
Sorry. Yeah. Delete that.
OnlyFans.
Brian is Brian is the changed Udo Reinhardt.
Udo Reinhardt, yes.
Established
You love me.
upbringing. And
impeccable credentials.
Yes.
You all see my plays and movies. You all seen them. You all love them.
I don't get out much.
I don't have to ask.
No. They're not for you. Then
let's meet Doug's character.
Till is in his early 20s.
Okay.
Young. He looks like a very experienced veteran MMA fighter.
Ooh.
Nice.
He's only like 5'6", 5'7". He's not very big, but he's all like, he's all basically made up of muscle and scars. He has kind of an Eastern European accent when he lets it out. All of his scars, or a lot of the scars on his body, And a lot of them from more than just getting punched or kicked inside a ring. He's not actually an MMA fighter. He just kind of is built like it, and he looks like it, with the cauliflower ears and everything. But a lot of the scars he has are clearly like knife wounds or some other weird weapons. There's probably some bullet holes.
Dang.
And a bunch of the scars that are on his body have basically been colored in purple from the team accident thing.
Yeah.
So even some on his face, so it's a little weird. The symbol I wear that betrays what I am entitled to. He's the legacy, but he's not a good. It's not a good legacy. He's the haunted, and it's real dark and nasty. He's clearly got a tattoo that starts up at the base of his neck on his chest, where his neck and chest meet, and it extends down,
like the collarbone.
Like right in the center, right in that little divot that's right at the bottom of your throat.
Oh, I see.
It starts there and it goes straight down. It's some kind of symbol, but you're not sure what, because while most of the time he wears long sleeve shirts, around you guys he'll wear like tank tops a lot, white or black. And you can see the top of it, and it clearly goes down under a shirt, but he never takes the tank top off, so you don't know what the rest of the tattoo looks like. Let's see. So
Keeps it close to the chest,
haunted. Huh? Yeah. Well done. Well done. It's all right. But yeah, his hands, his knuckles, and stuff are all busted up and scarred and calloused from basically punching people.
Rough dude.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably told you. He it seems like we all know each other pretty well. Let me look at my bonds before I see if I give anything away I shouldn't give away. No, not really. Oh, he basically was somehow comes from a long line of. He was told they're descendants of Attila the Hun's lieutenant who venerated Attila the Hun for his warlike nature, and when Attila and his descendants started getting nicer about things, he decided that he needed to continue the hyper-violent war thing. So he started a club that has gone down through the ages for the last 1,500 years. That has basically just turned into a horrible and terrible mercenary group of monsters. Of just the
I love
worst.
that you called it a club.
Yeah. So yeah, like the people he used to work with are just they're terrible. They're like, we'll pay you $50 to go in it and destroy this orphanage and kill all the children slowly.
Just $50 to destroy an orphanage.
Maybe throw in a sixer too. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, but they make plenty of money getting hired to go do terrible things in other parts of the world. But of course, Till has left.
I would hope so.
Because he hates him and he hates it.
Those some bad news.
And I am defying my legacy, and I carry around a sword, a saber, an old saber. But I keep it wrapped up in like a leather case. I never actually pull it out or carry it like a sword. And this is the nastiest thing so far, and this is the game. My playbook move is called the Sins of the Father. The legacy may have decided who you truly are long ago. During the action phase, when the result of your role is a crisis, you can choose one below. Betray someone, destroy something irreplaceable, flee and leave behind someone or something important. If I do any of those things, I'll actually get a truth. But that means one of you is probably going to eat it.
Oh my.
Or be very upset with your choices.
Yeah, I'd be very upset with my choice. I feel really bad about that move, so I picked it. Yeah.
That sounds
Anything
like
else?
Doug.
So,
Um,
what is your name?
Till.
Right, from Attila the Hun, basically. But
Oh,
under
Yeah,
your
you're not supposed to
character
know that.
thing,
question.
your question, you choose one.
Mhm.
Is it a name that
Oh,
hides the worst of
a
who?
name that was forced upon me that I must live up to.
Okay, perfect.
But yeah, he's named after Attila.
Awesome. No, I love it. I think that's awesome. And your aesthetic.
A symbol, the tattoo, a symbol I wear that betrays what I am entitled to.
Perfect.
I don't know what that tattoo actually is, so don't
That's
ask.
fine. We're haunted. Starting bonds. You chose. Perfect. That sounds crazy. That sounds very interesting. I'm very curious to learn how Till interacts with the other players and kind of shits shits on things intentionally / unintentionally. It's not me. It's just who I am. That's the same thing.
So yeah, I was raised this way. Yeah. That'd be fun.
Does that leave
Paul?
Paul?
I'm looking around. Yeah, I think so. Okay.
And then I think
So,
Grace.
Grace went.
Oh, that's right. She doesn't have a
Am I
character.
that forgettable?
No, it's just you don't have a character thing, and so I just forgot that.
I do. It's
Oh,
Dr.
now you
Melinda
do.
Courtright. She's right there.
Now
Right
she
in front of
does.
you.
PJ.
Maker.
jeez. Jeez.
Yeah, you're that forgettable. Sorry.
I wouldn't take that if I were you. Okie dokie. So,
Awesome.
huh?
Go for it. Who are you, PJ?
I'm named Umbra Sicaris, which I am told is shadow assassin in Latin. I don't remember my real name. My attire allows me to melt into the shadows. I wear dark clothes, but not black. They're very dark blue, which is actually better in the darkness when you're trying to blend into shadows. I have arrayed around my body a collection of visible weapons that display my skill mostly in swords and knives. I have a scar that starts at my left eyebrow, runs down across my face, across my nose to my left eyebrow to right chin, which I got for once showing mercy to somebody I was supposed to kill. It was my reward for not doing as I was told. That scar turned purple when the mystic powers that scarred us all took. I'm not very lovely to look at. My intuition, I could ask what hidden dangers lurk nearby, or who or what is displaying a weakness I can take advantage of because I'm always looking to take advantage of the weak. My triumph is my senses deepen and all obstacles fall away from my perception, and I gain a map. What makes me so dangerous? I was once human, like you, but I was broken and remade into somebody else's weapon. I was born in a secret laboratory. I was kidnapped when I was a young man. Parts of my brain were stripped away to remove empathy, to limit my introspection. My pain responses were diminished, and I became a matter of fact killer. Killing to me is just what it is. Like somebody else would go do their job during the day and type on a computer. That's what I do. When I face an enemy, I can always choose an additional option, even in a crisis.
Nice.
On one mission, I was able to secure a weapon. A weapon from a fellow named Scythe, the Butcher of Belgrade. I can only use it a few more times before an aspect of that killer will come for me to take it back. My playbook, the dead don't rest easy. That's where I get that weapon from.
You're the hunter, right?
Yes, I'm a hunter.
Yeah.
That's what I do. I'm sent in to hunt. Let's see.
Interesting.
I have a couple
like that.
I have a couple of starting. Oh, for me to finally, I was being made for this group we're going after, and one of the things that they did to me, so that they knew that they had created their weapon, was they kidnapped my younger sister, and they gave me a
kidnapped your
secret.
sister? What?
They kidnapped my sister and brought her before me.
Okay.
She was only 15.
Oh,
They
no.
gave me a secret and told me that if I told anybody, I would fail. I said I'd keep the secret. And then they brought my sister before me, strapped her to her chair, and started to peel away her face. I watched as she screamed and cried and begged me to tell them what they wanted, but I wouldn't. I didn't have any emotion over it at all, and I watched her die. Later in life, I guess I must be getting soft because that reoccurs to me and it bothers me. My agenda is I embody violence and we get transformed by it. I unearth who I am beyond violence. But I do now reach for mercy and kindness. There's something in me has changed. I think when they did that thing that changed us all, which I don't like to talk about, which turned my scar purple and all of us purple, I think that changed me somehow. That's who I am. I don't remember my real name.
Umbra Sicarius.
Call me as you will.
Okay, as you will.
As you will.
Assholes.
I call you Wade.
If you wish.
Wade Watts. Deadpool. Deadpool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Don't expect any snappy comebacks. It's gonna be Ryan Reynolds for sure.
That's pretty fucking
That's
dark.
me.
I messed up.
Yeah.
That's what we love.
As you will.
We love it. Odo loves him. He loves the dog.
Okay, PJ, what are your Bond questions?
You were there when I was at my most dangerous and frenzied. What did you do to bring me back from the brink? I'll gain one bond from you with you. You
Who are you
love
asking?
me, but who am I going to ask? Eeny, meeny, miny. Yeah. It looks like I'm asking Bobby. What did you do to bring me back from the brink when I was at my worst?
I reminded you of a time where we went out and got shit-faced and just were complete idiots, but we had a great time and everything to try to pull you back from the edge.
Okay, I'm writing that down.
Reminded you of a time when your sister's face wasn't being ripped off in front.
Yeah.
The good old days.
Good old
You
days.
know, defacation.
You heard of
He gloves.
defenstration? Defenstration.
Okay, my other starting bond is you love me, but I keep you at arm's length. How do you know I care for you? And I'm gonna just close my eyes and circle around in video chat.
I wonder.
That's
Before you pick Paul, I wonder if a suggestion. We might want to ask for volunteers
That's
because
fine.
someone might have an
Right.
idea. Somebody
I was
might
just-
have an idea.
okay. I ask for
Or a
volunteer.
corresponding
Who-
question somehow.
I keep
was
you at
saying-
arm's length, but how do you know I care for you? You love me, but how do you know I care back? Anybody?
I mean,
Bueller?
that would actually, for the one bond I have, unless Doug, you were thinking of something specific.
I wasn't.
I
I
haven't-
was just thinking like it might be hard if we just pick somebody.
Well, I was right. I was gonna say I have a bond that I love you, but admitted it would leave me too vulnerable. Why would accepting this hold me back? So I mean that would be one where we'd both be able to satisfy. If you wanted to switch our
Okay,
other bond,
Okay, I can switch my bond and do the love bond with Bobby.
we're in love.
Brotherly love.
Brotherly love.
Yeah, I was kind of more thinking it was a less
Brotherly.
romantic, more
Yeah, the love here, it's not
saved each
just
other.
Camaraderie.
Yeah, it's camaraderie, brotherly. Yeah,
1,000
exactly.
yard stare brotherhood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what makes
Trauma
you know?
bonded.
What makes you know that I care for you?
Taking multiple bullets for it.
Yeah, I've taken multiple shots and kept you like,
Okay, that
or me to you, or you to me. I mean, so yeah, but you like same. We've kept each other alive over the
okay.
years.
So you know that I care for you because I won't let you die
Yeah,
without having something to say about it. And I know you care for me because I know you won't let me die without having something to say about it.
mine is why would accepting this hold me back? But I kind of like Paul's response better because we're not doing it as a romantic.
Okay, fine. However you guys want to play it out. I'm not going to force you in
yeah.
anything you're not comfortable.
I mean,
Come here, Bob.
right.
Okay, so mine is, you know that I care for you because I won't let you die. And what is yours?
I love you, but admitting it would leave me too vulnerable. Why would accepting this hold me back?
Why would accepting this hold you back? Do I have to explain that?
That's I think we just said kind of tied our other one where we keep each other alive
Yeah.
together.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm good with that.
So, all right. So that's my Bobby thing. We keep each other alive. I'm going to change that right now.
Perfect.
So, who pulled me back from the edge?
Pulled you from the end.
Yeah, that's my first one.
Yeah.
Let me go. My first one. You were there when I was at my most dangerous and frenzied. What did you do to bring me back from the brink? Anyone? Bueller?
Udo.
I could do something related to something science, something book, something, but I would have to get back to you on what that was.
You know what?
But
If you want, part of Udo's background is when he did his plays, his operas, and specifically the giallo. He was resurrecting the giallo genre, diving into the human condition, the darkness. He loves the darkness of things and the whole aspect of the human condition. So somehow he found you, and it was a little exploitative in a way to tap into your darkness, but not quite being that exploitive because he didn't want to see you go over the precipice into madness. So he showed you maybe you were in Venice. He somehow come. I have a wonderful place in Venice. We come.
Sorry.
You see the city. You show there's more to life than just what you're doing. So I think it was in my head. I'm thinking it's kind of a symbiotic relationship. You gave him
because I was kind of looking for that redemption thing, sort of like I explained before, and you showed me that there's more to life,
right,
than just my bloody past and
right,
hurt heart. And I gave you like a ride along in the car,
exactly,
cop car.
right.
Okay,
So he
all right.
tapped into your mental anguish. Again, a little bit exploitive, but he wasn't quite cold-hearted. He said, "No, there's more to life than just killing and being. Yeah, we're in Venice, so let's explore."
Venice is the one underwater, right?
It's going underwater, yeah,
Mhm.
allegedly.
You're working on it.
They're doing a good job too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're also doing a good.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
We'll get there.
Okay,
What
I
is
got
your
mine
other
too.
bond? Let's go to Udo. What's your other bond? The one that isn't now tied to Umbra.
I have.
Sicarius.
You were there when. Hola! You were there when the soul artifact first touched me. Why did you leave me behind?
Anybody want to volunteer?
Yeah,
Okay.
Okay.
because I was scared
Okay.
That's cool.
since I already have that. I already have that move.
Okay.
So clearly, there's
That's
a.
fair. It
I
does
have
tie in dovetail nicely.
I have a history of maybe taking a walk at the wrong time.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay, cool. He ditched you. Is that also part of one of your bonds?
Me
Yeah.
or Brian?
You.
Yeah. I mean, my I love you is I love you, but I can't help but hurt you. Why do you still care for me?
Okay.
That actually might work. Sounds my character, but that might work kind of well for my starting bonds, which is I asked you
Okay.
to teach me about love. Why am I a difficult student?
Oh gosh.
How old is your doctor? How old is your?
She's in her 30s.
Ooh.
So stodgy and rigid and always stuck in her books. You'll never
Academic.
find love.
Ooh. Every love is an emotion, and you know that that all love stems from just chemical electrical reactions of the brain, and in 18 months, it's usually finished.
There you go.
I like it.
Why put your heart in it?
Yeah, it's fun for 18 months, but then
So I'm just insensitive.
I don't know. Is this a bond you guys wanna do?
But what was yours again?
I love you, but I can't help but hurt you. Why do you still care for me?
Okay.
Is anyone else getting confused on directionality here?
A little bit.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or is it just me?
Yeah.
A little bit.
Because I have one
Well,
more
I mean-
bond too. I don't know what to do.
yeah.
Well, I'll still. Yeah, we should. Yeah, I'm gonna still have this bond towards your character, Grace.
Yeah, I'll have to think a little bit more on why I still carry you, but one or another way, you must be irresistible.
Yeah,
Sparkling
I kind
personality.
of am.
Definitely
It's
not.
probably also not probably not really a romantic
No, it's
love
not.
either.
Yeah, it's a more
Yeah,
Yeah, it's not
platonic, brotherly.
He might even
love.
think of you as like a motherly figure, even though like you're only like 8 years apart.
Hmm.
But he grew up with a super shitty family life of none.
There you go.
Yeah.
So if you act like that towards him, he'll act like a teenager.
Sometimes I make you tea.
Mm-hmm. I get pissed, but I might drink it anyway, or I might throw it across the room.
Who has bonds that they need
You
to
had another one, right,
satisfy?
Brian?
Yeah, I have one
I have
more. But
I have another
What?
one.
What?
What's yours, Brian? Brian?
You love me, but the soul artifact loves me more. Why won't you lose to the soul artifact?
Because it vibrates. You can't
That sounds
beat
like a Bobby
vibration.
one.
Sure. Whoever wants.
Bobby, is your character the nice character?
He's the companion.
Yeah.
So you're really the
friendly.
only mentally balanced character probably in the group.
Right, yeah.
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
he was the
Mentally
legacy.
balanced, just fine. The ant gods that want to destroy us are real. Wake up.
All right. Sorry. Stomps off to the other room.
Yeah. So what was that again, Brian?
You love me, but the soul artifact loves me more. Why won't you lose to the soul artifact? If you want
I know because I know you need that soul artifact, or I think you need it.
to. Okay.
So I don't push.
Okay. That's perfect, yeah.
But it's saying why won't you lose? Like
We'll give up. So maybe
why are you vying against it?
Yeah.
still?
Maybe because if I keep attuning to it,
So you don't get too.
I won't go back into my shadow self, basically.
I won't,
Yeah,
I won't
you're
quit
trying
you,
to
babe.
keep him from an addiction.
Yeah,
Right,
trying to
yeah.
keep you from
There
help
we
you
go.
balance on that edge,
Gotcha. Perfect.
knowing that you won't ever give it up.
Correct. All right.
I got. Any more bonds, guys?
Doug.
I haven't done any of
Doug
mine.
and I did.
Oh,
either.
Grace does.
Grace?
Grace, gotta do your
So-
bonds.
Dr. Melinda
Yeah.
Coltright?
Doctor.
Like I mentioned, one of them is I asked you to teach me about love. Why am I a difficult student? That one doesn't have to be romantic, but I don't know how else to read it, so I'm just asking if anyone would want my character to like them, I guess.
You're too stuffy
wait.
and stodgy.
own
You
way.
have to learn.
Maybe-
You have to be a bon vivant. Go ahead. I'm sorry, Paul.
This is just an idea. Maybe you kind of remind me of my sister who was mutilated and murdered. And I want you to like me because I'm trying to redeem myself from having such a callous reaction to what she went through.
But then my question is, why am I a difficult student? I'm learning
Because-
about love from you.
Because you don't understand why I would need something like that. Because for you, it's more of an academic question of why am I traumatized? Why do I seek this connection with
I
you?
like it.
Okay.
I can see
Cool.
that. I can see that. I'm too analytical.
Okay.
Does Sikam, I don't remember your name, Paul. Does your character Paul
Sicarius.
treat her like your sister?
She kind of when I see her, even though she might not like look at her, she's the first female that I've been in a big brother situation to, maybe, or even though she might be older than me, I feel like a bigger brother to her. And because I was so traumatized, but because my brain was messed with, of seeing my sister go through that, I kind of latched onto her as a anchor to try and keep me from completely becoming a murderer, just for shits and giggles. And I'm looking for forgiveness, I think. Is that what you're looking for? Answer what you were asking?
I don't think at all, but that was a better answer than my question. So,
What was your question again?
I was just curious if you treat her like your sister.
Oh, I treat her like I know logically she's not my sister, so I treat her as a sister, kind of like a surrogate, I guess.
I can see it. How old are you
Yeah.
again?
I would say I was probably kidnapped when I was in my 20s, and I probably had a long career, so I'd say maybe 35, 40.
Right, we're of an age then too.
Yeah. My sister was only probably a few years younger than me.
My other bond was you were there when I learned something dangerous. Why did you hurt yourself to protect me?
I mean, that does
risk
sound
hurt.
like something my character would do again.
Fair.
Um,
Tossing yourself a ball.
why? Because
You're
I
Marcus,
knew,
yeah.
I knew that I could withstand the dangers and could take it, and I wasn't sure if you'd be able to.
Probably couldn't. I am not tough. All right, that sounds great.
Are we done our bonds?
I have one more. Doug, I think had one.
And I have
too.
one more.
Okay, guys. Make them work. Put them together. No, I'm kidding.
And do it fast, snappy. Snappy.
Quick.
You want snap?
Hurry up!
Pizzazz. Sizzle.
Doug, what's your bond?
Go ahead, Bobby.
Okay, Bobby, what's your bond?
In order to save many, we had to leave someone important behind. Why wouldn't you let me go back and rescue them?
Ooh, because it didn't make sense.
Oh, it was
Yeah, you probably end
illogical.
up dying.
Yeah, illogical.
That works. I like it.
The trolley problem. Like, you don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm good at the trolley problem, probably.
Just build the track so it goes
Sacrificing
around in a circle.
everybody.
Society's formed to meet the needs of its members. There's nothing more to it than that.
Basic
All
math.
touchy-feely.
I like it.
And Doug's? Hills?
I'm going to put this into context. On my last mission assignment with some of members of my group, one of you was on the wrong end of that. But that's also what pulled me out of the group for the most part. But my legacy wronged you, and you or someone you care for still suffers the fallout. Why don't you blame me?
Because I could see that it wasn't you that wanted to do it. It was your organization making you.
Nice. What's your character's name?
Marcus. And Paul,
Marcus.
the only obvious solution is don't touch the switch, just move the other person to the other track. Get
Yeah,
them
but
all.
Yeah, but that's not in keeping with my murderous ways.
That's
Let's
both
have
of mine.
bonds?
I think that's Bonds.
Barry
What's
Bonds.
Okay, guys, content warning. There are natural disasters, snakes, drowning, sanctioned political violence against minorities, corporate exploitation, human experimentation, colonial exploitation, war, and losing identities. If you're uncomfortable with any of that stuff, raise your hand and leave. We've already been too long.
I'm gonna have to go.
I'm
Sorry,
gone.
snakes are drowning? I don't want snakes to drown.
Snakes, drowning.
Yeah.
We've got motifs of water, moon, serpents, and yearning. It takes place in the Bitten
Spiders?
Islands, one of hundreds of
spiders on
remote
my-
islands in the central Visayan region. Contact is Aurora Eugenio. They go by she, they, and they're a folklore accent all of a sudden, one word. Folklore specialist. I'm going to go with Udo.
Yeah, how can I
Udo,
help you?
You get a message. Record a message from Aurora Eugenio through
Okay.
secure channels with the transcript. Old friend, I'm still traveling the many islands of Visayas. Collect old and new stories of the Bukawano myth. I follow its trail of moonlight and stormy eclipses. To meet my wife and fellow researcher Jane Adleo in Bitten Islands. Jane is convinced that an artifact is hidden away here. The Song of Adlaquao. I'm butchering these. Otherwise known as the Thundering Heart. An ancient instrument or device capable of driving away a great moon-hungry Bukanawa with the sound of thunder. Suddenly, the recording stops, and some time passes before it resumes. And when Eugenio speaks again, she sounds panicked. Oh, apparently it's a woman. I guess it was, yeah. I'm dumb. Jane is missing. Her campsite has been ransacked. It seems she's been taken or has fled deeper into the island. The few locals here whisper of an unknown group in the shadows. Some even speak of the mythical Banwanan. They use this name in the... Anyway, the Banwanan, becoming more active in seeking out humans. I suspect that it's more likely that one of our common rivals or adversaries has infiltrated the island. My research tells me that if the artifact exists, it must be in the tomb of Adloko, fallen sun god who died while cursing the Bukanawa. We must reach the heart of the tomb and find both Jane and the ancient instrument before our enemies do.
Ooh. This is all so much to take in already.
It is. The legend of Bukanawa's hunger.
Okay. Oh, this is good fodder for possible play or something movie down the line. It's my chance to beat that fucking Werner Herzog in that Klaus Kinski craziness, man. So he's intrigued, obviously, because he's always thinking for himself too. This is a good fodder, yeah, and an artifact. Well, of course you can't sell it, so we have to return it, right? Because we can't sell artifacts. And
We don't want to.
we don't want to. Yeah, that's right. Oh, so he has to resist that temptation to say, "Oh, well, the clandestine market." Okay, no, we have to be particular. So yeah, I will catalog all this information and contact our team or my colleagues, my other seekers. Yeah, this has a potential for adventure and intrigue. Yeah.
I'm also, as the keeper, supposed to introduce the legend itself to you, so you are familiar enough with the Bukanawa, the legend of Bukanawa's hunger. I'll read it because that's what I do. There are
Alright.
many stories of the Bukanawa, and here is one of them. The great sea serpent, the hungering dragon, possessed an earth-shaking rage for the many moons. It is said that 7 moons once hung among the stars, that our night was as bright as day, rising from the depths of the ocean, bringing with him great storms. The Bakanawa would eclipse one of these moons with his writhing coils and consume it whole. Each eclipse, the people despaired until only one moon remained in a darkened sky. The Bukanawa rose again with storms strong enough to drown hundreds of islands. One of the sun gods, Adlako, called out to the humans. Adlako was trapped on the other side of the sky's veil, but through heart song he stoked the people's despair into anger. The people of the islands gathered drum and voice, verse and chant, beat and fist. For 6 fallen moons, for a darkened night sky, for the trespasses of the sea serpent, the song of the people tore open the storms, revealing lightning and thunder the Bukanawa could not control. Driven to fear, the beast retreated into the depths of the ocean, leaving a solitary moon against stars. To this day, when an eclipse claims the moon, the people know that it will take song, chant to drive away the Bukanawa and quell its jealous hunger. But my grandparents tell me of the whispers of Bulan, beautiful in his form and face, shivering as he sleeps in the core of the surviving moon. Bulan, prince of the 7th moon, is the forbidden lover of Adlakoa. Adlako reaches through endless night, hands the size of mountains, touching the earth and singing the Bawanan into being, the last of his divine life. It is the Banwanan who have sworn to protect Bulan. The humans made a similar oath to the land. May their song always drive back the Bukanawa. All this in hopes that one day Adlako and Bulan may finally be together, sun and moon in one miraculous sky. The narration
Michael-
itself? Yes, sir.
Can you put those 2 things you read into Discord?
Sure.
I don't know if you can pull that out or if there's anything
I
we shouldn't
definitely-
see in those, but it'd be very nice to have those as references because there
Oh,
was
yeah.
a lot of B names that.
I'm gonna need that.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
Here, it's part of your the adventure. You guys just have it.
Oh, okay.
Have?
Oh,
Page of it.
Oh,
Fetch.
What now?
okay.
What are we looking at?
It's on Foundry.
On Foundry, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not all those names you said were on here though. There's
Oh, I
gotta
know.
be.
I'm fixing.
Oh, I see. Okay, sorry. I was just giving it and going, Okay,
So-
awesome. I love
So the
origin
Hidden
stories.
Moon adventure
it-
sheet we're allowed to look at. That is the adventuring moon, or the Hidden Moon adventure sheet that you're showing, right? That's it.
Can we access that?
just the
Or?
stuff
Yeah, it's in
you
the
guys read though to us.
Hold on one
PDF.
second. Sorry, it took.
It's in the. With the what now?
In the if you unzipped the whole everything
Okay.
in
All right.
in the adventure support, there's a Hidden Moon adventure sheet that we can look at.
Okay.
And that's the
Oh,
6th.
yeah. That's got all of it. It's got the second
And that's-
page too. It's got
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
the paragraphs. I was worried
see,
that that was
okay.
the adventure. I wasn't looking.
Yeah, I didn't
And-
until he
That's
said it was in
exactly-
the adventure sheet. Then I was like, okay, he gave us permission to look at that.
Which adventure sheet
Have
are we
permission, yes.
using?
Hidden Moon.
Okay. Oh, all right, cool, excellent. That's getting saved. That's cool. Thank you for helping me find that.
Anyway, there's the message you guys got. Get into this, though. You guys have taken several boats, moving from one island to another, from one shore to the next. You finally arrive at one of the many nameless islands in central Visayas. The last boat you take to this distant destination is a bangka, which is one of those little pontoon boats. You can look it up on Google, but it's one of those small, like usually fishing, very small canoe-like. Spelled Bangaa. A small, double outrigged dugout canoe. Even on this remote island, dozens of local families live along the edge of the shore. The water is a crystal clear blue, the sands a breathtaking white, and the island has a dense rainforest that seems to go on for miles, with mountains reaching towards the sky. At the edge of the island, you see storm clouds threatening to gather and their distant sound of thunder. See Eugenio stands by the boat and waves towards you guys. Or sorry, by the boats or the dock. He waves towards you guys. I'm supposed to ask you guys questions, each one to a different PC.
Yeah.
You and Eugenio worked closely together in the past, providing both expertise and skills to an infamous team of raiders.
Ooh.
I'm going to ask this to you, Marcus. What did Eugenio do to convince you that this group of raiders was bad news? What price did she pay for telling you the truth? I suppose one of the different.
So, can you repeat the questions?
Sure.
Or
What
question?
did Eugenio do to convince you that this group of raiders was bad news? Price did she pay for?
Dollar City.
He pay for telling.
Ooh.
Scars on your body or something? You like they gave me the.
She gave me information because this is connected to the explosion that got us our scars. Or
Not
the
necessarily.
same organization. No, okay. Then she showed me evidence of the organization. Showed me notes and other various evidence that showed ties for the cult that we're going after and the tomb. And then there was how'd she get hurt in doing this or harm?
What price did she?
What price did she pay? She ended up having to burn a contact. So she can never use that contact again.
Awesome, perfect. You have studied sacred artifacts and their connections, eclipse eclipses in the past. Brian's, or do you be a doctor?
Doctor.
That's what I was thinking.
I think so.
What do you have on your person that reminds you of one of these artifacts?
Chivago.
Fuck. Something on my person that reminds me.
A moon pie.
Of artifacts.
They're a little abstract at the
And-
beginning.
Oh,
I
moon
understand
pie.
how this is kind of difficult to just pull out of your bottom.
We could do it. We're seasoned RPGers.
Yeah, we're of our.
It's like, I'm just trying to think about what the artifacts themselves are and what would like remind me of them. Because one of them is an instrument, right? And then
Yes.
Yes.
what was the what other artifact? 'Cause there's the Thundering Heart,
Uh-huh.
Oh,
and then I thought you said it reminds me of artifacts.
it's chilly here in Borneo.
Singular?
It is plural. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure.
We'll just we'll make it our own.
Okay, well anyway, I'll just let's see. The Thundering Heart, what would remind me of an ancient instrument capable of driving away moon-hungry dragon things?
Those Aztec death whistles.
I can have some kind of engraved whistle on in my pack that I don't know. That's what
There you
I'm
go.
gonna go with for now.
Go ahead and add that in some way to you. And what price? I'm sorry, not what price. What about the I wonder if I'm supposed to ask this questions to 4 different people. But anyway, I'll ask you. What about the Bukanawa's legend? Sounds eerily familiar to you.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm a linguistic anthropologist, and I'm fairly sure I've heard some kind of references to it in one of the languages I was studying. Yep.
There you go.
Marion or something. Yeah. That's the one they always like to throw out in Buffy. Marion.
Of course. All roads lead back to Sumeria.
Eugenio greets you. Welcome. I know it was hard to get here, but thank you for coming. The weather has been so crazy lately, and she points clouds in the distance. Been coming out of nowhere and passing through just as quickly. Rain has been violent. Thunder has been coming down. But please, come with me. And she will usher you off to her hut. The structure on bamboo stilts has a thatched roof. And as you guys settle, she would begin to make coffee and start to talk to you. You would notice she gestures towards her research table. It's covered in maps and research notes and all kinds of research paraphernalia. And while you guys are settling in, you guys suddenly smell ozone very strongly. And it begins to get dark over the hut itself. Suddenly, rips of thunder and lightning flash all around.
Start using. Okay, I start using my intuition.
Okay.
What hidden dangers lurk nearby?
As you look outside one of the windows, character's name who escapes me at this moment.
Sicarius.
Sicarius, as you will, right? Sicarius, Umbra Sicarius. You notice that one of the Banca, I'm going to pronounce that incorrectly, has caught fire as you see a lightning bolt strike it dead on.
That's one of the boats, right?
Yeah, one of the small boats outside. You see it starts to catch fire. Some of the other small boats begin to catch fire along with.
Someone should raise the concern that lightning's catching things on fire out there.
And outside, Umbra, you would start to hear villagers, townspeople begin to panic and scream, and it looks like they're running towards the jungle.
Oh,
Is it a dry lightning?
No.
it's raining.
Okay. So
Can't
those
be sure if
fires.
No, go ahead.
No, I'm trying to figure out what kind of boats are they? Should we be too worried about those fires in the rain?
Nah, they'll just go out.
Well, it seems odd that villagers who seem to depend on these fishing boats are running away from them into the jungle. You would think they would want
This is
to
one of
protect
the
their
boats.
livelihood.
Definitely true. You would definitely expect them to not be fleeing their tools for survival.
Why are they running towards the woods? Could it just be superstition? Or is there something else going on?
That spurs Uto to grasp the medallion of Tenebris
Okay.
and his intuition. What vestiges of power does the soul artifact sense here besides the natural rain and thunder and lightning? But something else is afoot here.
Okay. What is this roll and what are the questions?
This is intuition. This is
Okay.
intuition.
Intuition.
Yes. Because he thinks, based on with the medallion too, it's something else's. The weather, she's saying, oh, it's so terrible. I know weather can turn in these places, but Udo thinks there's something more. Yeah.
The artifact, it would roll for this?
No, it's intuition.
They're just
Okay.
questions you can ask anytime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just getting.
No, it's okay. We're used to rolling. We're used to discern realities.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Give me a perception check.
There's
Yeah,
a strong, yes, there is a strong aura of something greater going on here. There is a supernatural power at work here.
And I'll tell my colleagues
That this lightning, that this weather is not normal, and as you kind of come to this realization, stands up and it's like some of the villagers are guiding people and small children, helping them get to the community center. Others scramble to bring in the boats as the water begins to crash.
Oh, okay.
Around.
I will go help with the boats.
I asked you, Eugenio, is this natural? Does this happen a lot here?
I tell everybody what I sense. So just laying out there, it's supernatural.
Not natural.
It's not natural. We know this now.
Mm-hmm.
How do you guys, people? Eugenio requests urgently that you go out and help the villagers make it to.
It was already out.
Yeah, Marcus followed. What's your first name?
Melinda.
Melinda. Followed Melinda.
Not gonna call her
take
Doc.
out my.
I felt weird calling her Doc or Dr. Courtright. I figured we were
Pretty dodgy
closer than
about that with people other than you guys, but yeah, we know each other like that.
I call her little sister. It's okay.
She makes a face about it.
Okay. I take out my Ashanti dagger and I head out into the shadows. I can help people best by being hidden.
Here I'm doing this right before just me. You're also basically. I'm so sorry.
That's
Oh
okay.
wow.
It's all Brian's fault. He kept interrupting us, so you know.
Yeah.
You
Sorry,
want
Brian.
good
I had to throw
stuff.
something. I had to throw
You want
somebody
good
under the
stuff. This is the price you pay.
bus. We want the viewers. Listen, if we're going to get voted off this time, I'm going to set myself up. Okay.
I thought it was a good, basically a session 0, session
Yeah,
0.5.
Yeah.
we got some in. Yeah, super duper.
Yeah.
I never had a session 0 before. Just get right into it. I enjoyed this.
Right? Like, well,
Yeah.
any other game we played, we haven't really done the session 0 when
No.
bonds have
No.
kind of been
On the fly.
a side thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, not as.
Yeah.
No, I
Not as
like.
in-depth.
I feel
I
we're
feel
more
like-
Yeah.
cohesive.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cohesive as a group.
Agreed.
To set it
Yeah.
up for next session, do you guys want to do? Let's do a real quick wishes, stars and wishes.
Okay.
I'll start with Dr. Melinda Courtright.
Okay. Well, I feel like we all did the bonds really great and
Mhm.
talked through them in a way that made sense for our characters and sort of stumbled through it together really well. Wishes, I wish that we had somehow done it faster and could do more adventure, but
I'm with you on that one.
It's a lot
Hey,
to
I
take in.
apologize. Yeah, it was a lot.
No apology needed. It's a new
Mm.
game and it's a lot of
Yeah.
differences.
Umbra,
Stars and Wishes. Oh,
Umbra Sicarius. Stars and wishes. What's your star?
My star. I think each of them gets a star because everybody was like really forthcoming with not only explaining their characters but helping with advice with other people when they stumbled on to try to explain parts of their character. So I think everybody was really good at that. So I think everybody should get a star for that.
Yeah.
Wishes. Right now my wishes are good. It was a slow session, but in the long run, it's going to help us more. So I just wish that what took us some time to get through today is just going to bear fruit in the future, which I think it will.
Yeah.
Awesome. Marcus.
Ditto and ditto.
Ditto. I can accept that.
Yeah.
Like,
We've done plenty of
I-
retros where people just do thumbs up.
Yeah, I everything that's been said already is pretty much what I would have said. So I agree.
Attila the Hun.
Yeah, great characters for the future.
Better time management.
I'd like to see us make sure we can hold on to the characters' identities as we go through this, so we don't get lost in the game.
Yeah. No, that's great.
Agreed.
That's a
Yeah.
good point.
I think doing it this way will help with that.
Yeah.
Udo.
Definitely.
I've worked with better, but not many. Nah, it's late, so I'm gonna do thumbs up, ditto,
Perfect.
what everybody said. Yeah, makes sense.
My star and my wish. My star, all of you guys, thank you for showing up and being and diving into this with me. Also, exploring your characters, exploring what the game is trying to ask of you, and been bonding stuff. Thank you so much for being troopers and kind of playing with it and
You're
trying
welcome.
to have some fun. And my wish is, that we can compress things a little bit and get to the meat of it. Obviously, this is a kind of a one-off. It's session 0.
Yep.
Really excited about moving forward, and I wish for more sessions.
Same here.
Yeah.
Thanks
Yeah.
for bringing it to the table too.
Yeah, thank
Absolutely.
you.
Yeah,
Mhm.
thank you.
I'm glad you
I
saw the
just have-
playtest.
Yeah. I actually have a question about that. Are we supposed to be taking notes on what's working and what's not working?
Sure, if you want, take all the notes.
Okay,
you want.
because I've never done a playtest before.
We haven't either, not like this
Okay.
anyway. But
Okay.
but I do know that one of the things that they said is that they're really looking for as much feedback as possible.
Okay.
So I think that anything that we want to say, they will want to hear.
Okay, cool. All right.
All right.
That works. Thank
And they
you.
have like
More
survey links
murder.
and stuff like that. I can share that with you.
More murder.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you so much. I'm going to let
Good
you
night.
go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Night,
Good night.
guys. Thank you.
Bye.
Good night, guys.
Good night.
Have a good one.